And it is the season finale about to happen here on the campus, or correction, actually, at Boerne ISD Stadium, adjacent to the campus of Boerne High School, where tonight we've got a district rivalry, all rivalry for the ages. This one goes back a long way, as the Tivy Antlers from nearby Kerrville, Texas, are in town to take on the Boerne Greyhounds. Good evening, along with the sports editor of the Boerne Star newspaper, Carrie Barbosa. My name is Roland J. Reese, as we have just had the colors leaving the field, and we're getting set for kickoff here in just a couple of minutes. Tell you what, Carrie, I think, as we talked about a little bit beforehand, if you haven't had a chance to read Carrie's column in the Boerne Star, you need to do so. Very succinct about the ramifications, I guess, on tonight's game, and I'll leave you to explain that a little bit more in depth.
Well, basically, it's pretty simple. If Boerne wins, they are second place in the district. They'll finish 5-1 and get to host a playoff game next week. If they lose to Tivy and Victoria West wins, then Boerne, Victoria West, Kerrville all beat 4-2, and it'd be a three-way tie, because in that scenario, Kerrville will have beaten Boerne, Boerne beat West, and West beat Kerrville. So then it goes to point differential. So bottom line is the Greyhounds can avoid all that with a win. So
that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Greyhounds second in district, as we mentioned, right behind Alamo Heights, who sit on top at 6-0. Tivy's at 3-2. They're tied with Victoria West, and creeping up right behind them, Veterans Memorial at 2-3. I tell you what, the coin toss is about to take place. We'll get that information for you and pass that along to you in just a minute. Right now, let's send it back and let's get a word from our sponsors right before we get set for kickoff this evening. You're going to enjoy some Boerne football right here on the Greyhound Network.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're good.
Keep walking, Marge.
Quick fix.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
So Boerne won, they deferred. So they'll get the ball, start the second half. We're stuck.
Back with you now just in time for kickoff, just to set the scene. Boerne won the toss. They've deferred to the second half. And Tivy just received the ball to start tonight's game. As a matter of fact, Evan Batts there receiving the kickoff. And the Antlers will have the football. their own 25 to get things started this evening. As we were talking to also Kerry a little bit before the game, both teams love to throw the football.
Yep.
We may be looking at that this evening.
Yep, they like to throw the ball. Boerne wants to get that run game going, and, it's a little wet out there. It rained earlier a couple times. Looks like it's staying away right now, so we'll see if that affects the game if the weather changes.
64 degrees at kickoff. Finally some football weather here in the Texas Hill Country on this 1st and 10. Peyton Bailey, senior quarterback, hands off to the first man through. That's Dominic Vasquez. He bangs out for a couple of tough yards. Vasquez, 93 carries for 463 yards and 10 touchdowns on the season.
Kerrville's in a hurry.
Second down. The give trying to turn the corner. Goes receiver Colin Rose. He'll be stopped for not much of a gain. It'll be third down already for the Tivy Antlers.
Actually, I'm going to say he lost a couple because he's markers behind the stick. So try that jet sweep, did not work. Greyhounds read that well and dropped him for a loss.
Back to 25. Pass attempt is complete. Across the 30, the 35, stopped just shy of the 40. Goes the receiver. That's Vasquez. Jackson Bayes in on the stop that time for the Greyhounds.
Well, that's tough for the Greyhound defense. They do have two really good plays, and they give up a first down on a 3rd and 11. Uh-oh.
So first down, ball comes loose. Bailey keeps it, and he's wrapped up there. Bear hug coming from Towns Oviedo.
Flag came out. I wonder if it's a face mask.
Big Town, 6 foot, 220 pound senior. You see there. We'll check that. This is going to go against the Greyhounds. This will move the ball forward. So early mistakes costing the Greyhounds on this 1st and 10. Stevens airing out. Pass incomplete. That was intended for Cade Jones, the 5'7", 155-pound senior. Also Carson Jones there, number 7.
Well, it looked like the quarterback and the receivers were kind of on different pages. One was throwing to – quarterback was throwing to one spot. The receivers were going to another.
45-yard line, that being the Boerne 45 on this 2nd and 10. Stevens passed in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Rose, at about the 40. Back defensively, that was Brooks Perez.
Well, Rose may have heard some footsteps because Perez was right there. So 3rd down, but maybe going for it on 4th down. We'll see.
3rd and 10, here's Bailey.
Look out.
Pressure, Bailey sacked. All pressure coming that time. That's Oviedo. Towns Oviedo will check this out.
Cole Durham gets him.
Correction. That was number 40 making the stop.
Well, usually quarterback can feel that pressure or can hear it. He didn't feel it or hear it, and he just got popped pretty good. And if they were going to go for it, that knocked it out of the equation because they took about a 7-yard loss, so there's no way you go for it here.
Yeah, give Durham credit for the sack. It was just nice to see Oviedo celebrating a little bit there. Here's a punt.
Oh, that went sideways
a
little.
Called off. And the Greyhound offense will go to work for the first time this evening, 1st and 10. Hank Hendricks brings the troops up. What can you say about Hank Hendricks? First of all, sophomore. Got more time ahead of him here at Boerne High School. 181 of 250, almost 2,700 yards throwing the football during the regular season. He may get there this evening. 1st and 10 from the 35, that being the Boerne 35. Hank, the handoff coming near side. Across the 35, across the 40, midfield, and into Tivy territory goes Adam Hicks.
Yeah, that was a good start, good play. Finds some room on the outside. He got a good block out here right along the sideline. Watch this block he gets. Right there. Might have been a little bit of a jersey grab, but they don't call it, so it counts.
1st and 10. Hank passing, complete at the 35, down to about the 32-yard line. Goes Eli Nicholas.
Well, got a run play to the right, got a pass play to the left. Both have been big chunk yardage and resulted in first downs.
So the Greyhounds moving the football once again. Another first down. Hank the handoff. Straight ahead goes Hicks across the 30, or they probably wrap him up at about the 30-yard line. Before he's met there, Aiden Urban, linebacker, in on the stop for Tivy.
Yeah, we're talking about this rivalry. As far as we know, they haven't played since '07, so it's been a while. The interesting thing is they've scrimmaged every year, but they have not played each other in the real game.
Since '07, a rivalry that, dates back to the 20s, if I'm not mistaken. Handoff goes straight ahead. And that carry is Jeffrey Morrison. Can't say enough good things about that young man, too, carrying the football.
Yep, and that's one thing you see from the Greyhounds. They got a lot of guys they can put in there in that running back spot. We saw Hicks with a couple of big carries. We saw Morrison right there as well. And they got a few other guys that they'll put in there.
1st and 10, line of scrimmage is the Tivy 21-yard line. Man in motion. Hank looking in that direction. Pass in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Matthew Garrison.
Well, Hendricks just having to wait for Garrison to get open. He was going that way, looking that way the whole time, and just see him. He's looking left, and he's looking that way the whole time, and just he has to wait till he makes that turn. Just not able to bring that in.
May have looked upfield just a little early for bringing that ball in. Yeah, 3 receivers on the top of your screen and 2 on the bottom here on the 2nd down. 21-yard line, Hank Hendricks. This time tries the other direction and completes a pass to about the 11. Goes Brooks Perez, 6'3", 185-pound senior.
Well, Brooks is the guy when they need a first down or they need a big catch. They always look his way. He usually comes through for them.
And it's 3rd down for Boerne. Again, Hank calling signals. Okay, there's a penalty marker. The offensive line point to the defensive line, and, of course, they're returning the point.
But it don't matter what they say.
No, it's this gentleman in the white cap who will make the decision after conferring with his fellow officials.
I think it's on Tivy, but let's see.
Calling this one off. It's amazing that this is the final game of the regular season. That is against Tivy. So that'll move it up, and should be a first down for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, it'll be 1st and goal now.
Boerne in good shape with his 1st and goal. Mays moving to give Morrison. Trying to find the corner of the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Boerne. Tough running by Jeffrey Morrison. And the Greyhounds draw first blood.
Well, that's a good-looking drive, and you see Morrison just takes it left, waiting for the seam to open up, sees it, cuts it upfield, and doesn't really get hit till near the goal line, but by then he's got all the momentum. He just falls forward into the end zone.
Extra point attempt is good, and with 7:24 remaining in the opening stanza, our score is Boerne 7, Tivy nothing. Back with more in a moment, right here on the Greyhound Network.
7. Yeah, our scoreboard guy is having a bad day.
And back with you now at Boerne ISD Stadium. Just saw Jeffrey Morrison take it over from 7 yards out. And how did that drive look there, Kerry?
Looked pretty good. 7 plays, 65 yards. Took 2:36 off the clock. The Greyhounds got 1, 2, 3, 4 first downs on that. Of those 7 plays, 4 were on first down. So.
They really did. And the Greyhound offense spreading the wealth around early on this evening. So they get set to kick off. Case, here's the right foot into the football. Fair catch called for. Far side of the field. That's Evan Batts made the call. Evan, a sophomore. Wide receiver on this Tivy Antlers squad. "25-yard line is the line of scrimmage, that being the Tivy 25. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Antlers. They break huddle to come to the line of scrimmage, as we mentioned. Tivy 3-2, 6-3 overall, 3-2 in district. Coming into play, hoping to get a share of that second place position. We'll see how that works. Here's Bailey.
Woo! Almost picked off.
That's right. Back defensively. Good defensive coverage from Ty Bush. That'll break up a second down. 2nd and 10 for the Antlers. Bailey sends 2 receivers. You see them at the bottom of your screen, one at the top. Play action. Pass. This one caught at almost the down marker. Salting that in is President Calamaco. President, the leading receiver on this Antler squad. As a matter of fact, they're going to mark it for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10, handoff. Nice hold goes Dominic Vasquez. A few tough yards before Bush comes over to make the stop on him once again. And it'll be second down for the Antlers. Play action, looking downfield, pass. This one in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Colin Rose. And Bailey's been looking in Rose's direction quite a bit thus far this evening.
Yeah, and they actually had him right there. He got behind the defensive back and just not able to haul it in. Tough. That would have been a tough over the shoulder grab. They had to move the ball back. It was at the 40. It's supposed to be at the 39. So
it'll be 3rd down for Tivy. They've got to get to the 45-yard line to get a first down. So it should be 3rd and about 6.
Uh-oh.
Handoff wrapped up. Vasquez wrapped up. Coming over to make the hit. That was Blake Burkholder, 6'1", 250-pound junior defensive tackle.
Well, look at Burkholder. He's already busted through the line by the time the running back's getting the ball. There's nowhere for him to go. He just swallowed him up there and dropped him for a loss.
And that Greyhound defense feeling it. That'll bring up a punting situation for Tivy. On the punt is Aiden Zavala. 5'7", 155-pound sophomore. Low snap. Deep man for the Greyhound says, let's get away from it. And Boerne will have the football 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage will be their own 19-yard line. So a couple of impressive defensive stops this time for Boerne.
Yep, forced 2 punts.
And they're back on offense. Once again, as we mentioned, the 19-yard line, that being the Boerne 19, their line of scrimmage.
That's a good punt, 42-yard.
2 receivers on the bottom of your screen and 1 receiver to the top. Quarterback Hank Hendricks. Takes a handoff. Quick out, complete across the 25 to about the 27-yard line goes Brooks Pettis.
And I tell you, it looks like Brooks slips a little, but if he's able to stay on his feet, he might still be running. If he gets past that defender, it's a foot race.
Yeah, it rained a little bit before we got started here. There's no additional rain in the forecast predicted for the remainder of the evening. Temperatures down to a cool 64 at kickoff. But that field may still be a little bit wet. Second down. Hank dropping back. Looking downfield, he's going for the big one.
That's a penalty.
Pass
That should be a
out
penalty.
of the hands of his intended receiver.
That should be a penalty.
It did look like Keaton Herman might have been a little over defending. However, there's no indication from the officiating crew.
Yep. I thought, well, he's going to catch it. If not, there's going to be a penalty.
Here, he's got him wrapped up.
Yeah, he's got it. And the back official can't see it, but the side one, he just missed it. Just missed it. I like that shot downfield, though.
Very nice. Third down. Handoff coming near side. Hicks banging his way down to near the 30-yard line. Boy, he's met there in stock. Blaine Gaffney from his linebacker position and on the stop for Tivy.
Well, I tell you, Logan Schramm, the 6'6" lineman, 300-plus pounder, he was really driving one of his defensive guys back. He played right up to the whistle, man. He sent a message on that block.
Be enough to give the Greyhounds a first down. Hendricks fakes, goes to the far side. Pass complete at about the 32-yard line.
There
goes Will Traylor. They're saying it's incomplete?
Yeah, he wasn't able to hold on to it.
Check this out.
Throws a little high. You can see he has to go up pretty high on the way down. It gets knocked out.
Like might have been a good job defensively by Christian Terrazas.
Yeah, I think he got a hand in there and knocked it out.
Knocked that ball loose.
But you see when he came down, there was a little bit of water that kind of splashed up a little, so it might be a little wet out there.
Yes, conditions still may be a little tough.
Look out.
Here's a handoff, big hole, across midfield, across the 40, 30, 29-yard line is where Adam Hicks will be ridden out of bounds by Rylan Robinette. But not before the Greyhounds pick up a huge first down.
Well, look at the hole they open up for Hicks there. Again, you got 6'5" Logan Schramm blocking, leading the way, and it's just a foot race, and Hicks knows he's going to get hit right there. He just kind of braces for it, but he holds on to the ball.
From the 30-yard line, that being the Tivy 30, it's 1st and 10. Give it to Hicks again. Why not? Scoots ahead across the 30 down to around the 27-yard lines where they'll mark him down. Yeah, you're mentioning Schramm is up on that line with Hudson McNew, Logan Fritcher, Warder Weibold, and Keegan Fisher. Big front line for the Greyhounds.
That was a 41-yard run by Adam Hicks.
And it's second down for the Greyhounds. Hank Hendricks, quick out, complete across the 20, the 10. Might have made it into the end zone. Didn't see an indication, but that's it.
Yep.
Now we do.
Well, Zach Frazier.
Zach Frazier coming up with the football.
Well, he's just in the backfield, comes a little wheel route, and nobody covers him. And then they linebackers recognize it, but it's too late. It's just a race to the end zone at that point.
Absolutely. Keaton Herman tried to push him out, but nothing doing there that time. As Frazier takes it to the end zone. Extra point attempt. Good. And with 3:37 remaining here in the first quarter, our score now, Boerne 14, Tivy nothing. Back with more in a moment here on the Greyhounds Network.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash.
21 or 28 point
right
wins,
now, get 50% off your next oil
they're not
change
that-
and
they're not that
complimentary
good.
loaner
Kerrville's
cars
not
and
that good.
rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a
was that?
recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Probably make a mistake on the scoring drive, but I know Kerry Barbosa will not.
No, I won't. That was an impressive drive. Remember, they didn't really feel that punt. They let it bounce. They start the 19, so they go 81 yards. Took them 7 plays. But moving the ball has not been an issue for the Greyhounds. And it took them 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
You know, it's early on, but I think we can safely say in those first couple of drives that this Greyhound team right now is focused. At the very least, they're focused.
Yeah, they people kind of overlooked the Greyhounds, I felt, because they struggled early, but they had Piper on the schedule. They had East Central on the schedule. They played some good 5A, 6A teams, and then they played their first game against Alamo Heights, and they lost that one. But ever since then, they've been in a rhythm. They've scored 49-50, 49-50 in their last 4 games.
First and 10, line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line for Tivy. Got to change a quarterback. This pass incomplete. It was intended for Cade Jones on the far side of the field. Seth Schuler now coming in. He's a 6'2", 200-pound sophomore. Now, Schuler's where all the passing yardage numbers went, so I was wondering if he might have been the starter and hurt a bit because Bailey started, but we'll see what happens. Here's Schuler. Pass complete across the 30. Down to about the 35-yard line goes the receiver Colin Rose before he's met there by Ty Bush and wrapped up among others.
Well, got the first down. Needed to get to the 35. He got right to it, and Tivy liking to push the pace here.
Schuler, play action, looking downfield, overthrows his intended receiver, Cade Jones, at about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Brooks Perez gave him a little love tap there. Just little shoulder shimmy there.
Welcome to Boerne, neighbor.
Yep. Welcome to the whole country rivalry.
You bet. 35-yard line. It's second down, 10 to go for the Tivy Antlers. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Schuler looking that direction. This time he has a man at the 45, down to around the 46-yard line. Goes, that's President Calamaco. Talk about his numbers here in just a few minutes.
Well, Schuler, big-bodied sophomore.
First down. Here's Schuler.
Uh-oh.
That one slips out of his hands. Ball intercepted. Ball intercepted, taken to the house. Oviedo with a touchdown for Boerne. Towns Oviedo.
Wow. Just a fluke. It just like he's trying to throw it. The ball might be a little slick like we talked about. Just slips out of his hands and right into Oviedo's hands. How about that? A defensive lineman's dream.
Absolutely.
Well, when it rains, it pours.
I tell you, and he's been celebrating quite a bit this first quarter.
Well, when it rains, it pours, and it's raining right now.
Absolutely. 2:46 remaining.
I think they're missing a player. I think they had to call a timeout because they were short.
So they're going to take it to the sideline, come back, regroup, and do that. You know, I was just thinking, I said, I'm going to hit Kerry Barbosa with an interesting number when we get to the game this evening. It was exactly 1,705 hours ago, not that long ago, 1,705 that our season started.
Wow.
It's when Boerne took on Piper. It just doesn't seem that long ago. It's hard to imagine.
I know.
This is the regular season finale. That's what kind of blows me away.
Yeah, we were talking about last night, working the game, the champion game with Hector Ledesma, and they were playing Piper. So Piper started the game with the Boerne ISD team, their season, finished it with the Boerne ISD team last night. But we were talking about where did the time go? Where'd that 11 weeks go?
Absolutely.
Because they get a bye in there as well.
Just soon by. So here's the extra point attempt. It is good with 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. Our score now, Boerne 21, Tivy nothing. Back with more in a moment here on the Greyhound Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
By a big 6 foot, 220-pound senior defensive lineman in Towns Oviedo.
Hey, I like the wheels he showed
I was
running
gonna say,
down the field.
Very fleet of foot for that big of a young man. The Greyhounds go up 21-0. Spats handles the kickoff. Be a touchback, and the Tivy Antlers go on offense once again.
Well, this would be their fourth possession. They've started all four at the 25. They do a good job of getting to about midfield. They get a couple first downs every drive so far, and they get to about midfield, and then the drive kind of stalls on them.
Schuler back in the game at quarterback for the Antlers on this 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Schuler dropping back, quick out, has a man, slips a tackle at the 30. He'll be wrapped up and chopped there. That's Aiden Zavala, 155-pound sophomore running back. 636 yards and 3 touchdowns coming into play tonight. Second down. Give to Zavala once again. Nothing doing this time. He's wrapped up. Burkholder put the first hit on him. Hudson Hendricks came over to finish him off.
Yeah, and then if either of those missed, there was about 5 other guys kind of just sitting there waiting. So there's just nowhere to run that time. Going to lose a yard.
So it'll be third down. The Antlers have to get to the 35-yard line for a first. Schuler dropping back. Now scrambles, feeling a little pressure. He just unloads it. Threw that in the direction of Carson Jones, but out of bounds. His back defensively was Jake Bettis, and that'll bring up a fourth down for Tivy.
So with the score what it is, do you go for it or you punt? Looks like they're going to punt. I think because they're just so deep in their own end that you just can't give Boerne such a short field if you don't get it. So Boerne doesn't even have a man back, so they're not even trying to return these punts. They got all 11 men up in the first 5 yards of the box there.
Right, Bettis came from back at his own 40 and is lined up now tight. Zavala gets his right foot into this. They say, nah, just let this go. And it'll roll out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. And the Greyhounds are on offense once again, 1st and 10 at that point.
Well, here's something, the Greyhounds celebrating 100 years of Boerne High football. As far as we know, if they win this game, they get to host next week. Boerne High has never hosted a playoff game at their own stadium in about 100 years of football. So, always been neutral sites.
Wow.
Or they've been on the road somewhere.
Well, we will see how that turns out. We still have 3 more quarters of football left to go, but our old friend Mo clearly on the side of the Boerne Greyhounds right now early on.
Yeah, you got to be really happy if you're Coach Hendricks with the way this game has started for your team. Just really crisp in their execution so far.
Hank Hendricks. Here's a pitch coming near side, and the referee's going to blow it dead. Garrison took that. See what the call is.
Well, I don't know.
They're going to call a false start.
Yeah.
Usually what it is, they blow it dead.
Well, just we were talking about how great the start was. Get the broadcaster's jinx there. It's all your fault, Roland.
That's what they say. Brag on your dog, and he'll do his business on your shoe, whether you're paying attention or not. For the 25, it'll be 1st and 15 now for the Greyhounds. Hand off. Straight ahead for a couple of tough yards. Goes Morrison. For he's met there and dropped. And then stops Curtis Woods from his linebacker position for Tivy. Give him a couple of tough yards. It'll be the second, call it 13 for a first. They've got to get to the 41.
Well, this is about when they look for Brooks Perez. He's the clutch guy for them.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Brooks here on the bottom of your screen. There he goes. Hank looking downfield. Got a man. Oh, in and out of the hands of one, Brooks Perez.
I kind of had a feeling they were going to be looking for him.
Rocky De Leon back there defensively for Tivy. But, yeah, that's the Brooks Perez down right there.
And I thought there was a little bit of contact there, but not really enough to call. That was just a good defensive play. Kind of got his hand up. De Leon gets a hand up, knocks it down.
These officials letting him play this evening.
Yeah, they
out
are.
There.
They are.
So it's third down for Boerne. Once again, they got to get to their own 41 for a first down. Hank Hendricks looks downfield once again. This time, no doubt about it. Brooks Perez comes away with it. Signals first down as he gets inside the Tivy 35. Well, let's see where they're going to mark this.
Like I said, when they need a big play, that's where they look. And I thought they were going to go to him last time they did, and they went right back to him.
From the Tivy 36, first down, Greyhounds. Hank, the handoff, Morrison across the 35. They mark him at the 35, give him a yard pickup on that play. Getting up off the bottom of the pile there is number 42. That's Braden Borkowski for Tivy.
That was a 36-yard completion to Perez. That'll be the quarter.
So that'll be the end of the first quarter with our score. The Boerne Greyhounds 21, the Tivy Antlers nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment. Season finale here on the Greyhounds Network.
Yeah, I didn't even think it'd be close, but I didn't think it'd be this.
I thought it would be very close. This goes to show that's why you're the editor.
That's why I just when you look at scores, like Boerne dropped 50.
Well, a 7-yard touchdown run by Jeffrey Morrison. Frazier with a 27-yard touchdown reception. And Towns Oviedo, a 40-yard interception returned for a touchdown. It's got the Greyhounds on the board 21-0 as we start the second quarter from Boerne ISD Stadium. Along with the sports editor of the Boerne Star newspaper, Gary Barbosa, I'm Roland J. Reese, proud to be bringing you this evening. Greyhounds looking at a 2nd and 9 now from the 35-yard line.
We got Hudson Hendricks sighting here on offense.
And that's always fun, as we've seen before. And speaking of, look at there, across the 30. Shoved out of bounds at about the 25-yard line goes Ivan Perez.
Yep, and you see Hudson, he's there to the left, and his role is to block right there. You see him 22 gets a block, and he helps springs Perez and gets the first down.
He can carry the football, but I tell you what, he's invaluable for that his blocking presence.
Oh, yeah, blocking. He can run. He can receive. He plays defense. He's going to go play at University of Arkansas next year.
First down. Quick out, pass out of the hands of Brooks Perez, back defensively. That was Keaton Herman for Tivy. Looks like that was right there for Brooks. Here again, maybe listening to those footsteps. Never can tell. 2nd and 10 now. Line of scrimmage, the Tivy 25-yard line. Hank Hendricks. Rolling right, pass a little bit too tall for Zach Frazier.
A flag comes out on that one. Now, Hank had a little bit of room in front of him. He had some day. It's going to be a hold. It's going to back him up. But he had a little bit of daylight ahead of him if he wanted it. He chose not to run, and he threw it instead. But it would have come back anyway. So,
Well, Tivy's going to take the penalty. I don't know, do you take the penalty or just make him eat the down in this instance, because this just gives him one more down to work with.
Yeah, I guess one theory is that it kind of knocks him out of field goal range right here at this point.
Although, that'd be more than a 50-yard attempt. But the offense has been effective, at least thus far here in the first half, as we're just underway here second quarter. Hank Hendricks looking downfield.
Whoa.
Pass.
Wow.
Caught. Brooks Pettis once again down to about the 2.
What a catch. That was Willie Mays say hey.
That was
over
exactly.
the shoulder grab. Wow. That was
absolutely beautiful grab, as you see Hank here.
That's impressive.
Setting up. Here he's looking back right over his left shoulder.
Wow. Best catch I've seen this year.
Very, very impressive. First and goal now, Greyhounds. Line of scrimmage is at their own 3. Hank Hendricks. Give to Hicks. Straight up the middle. And I think we hear from the Greyhound faithful. Hicks is in for his first touchdown of the night to join the scoring party. And with 11:26 remaining before halftime, the Greyhounds are back on the scoreboard.
And they are in control.
And the extra point is good. And with 11:26 remaining here before halftime, our score, the Boerne Greyhounds 28 and the Tivy Antlers nothing. You know, as we approach this season of gratitude, I want to take just a minute to ask you to join GVTC and the GVTC Foundation in making a meaningful difference through their Thanksgiving Give Back project. It's their biggest initiative. Each year, what happens is they partner with local food pantries and organizations to provide complete Thanksgiving meals to families in need. Thanks to the efforts of their employees, their families, and community members like you, they personally deliver these meals, bringing comfort and joy. Since the program began, they've helped over 3,000 families enjoy a traditional holiday meal. Your generosity has made this success possible, and they're grateful for your continued support. You can help this season by keeping this tradition alive and donating today. A simple gift of just $40 can provide a full meal for a family in need. To contribute, text GIVE to 830-256-8855. And thanks for your help. Kickoff is handled by Bats. For Tivy, gets down to the 25-yard line. Appears to be some penalty markers on the field.
Yeah, quite a few. 2 or 3 came in.
Check this out and see what this is all about.
That's the first one they've returned. All the other, they've just kind of fair caught them and start at the 25.
The old touchback. See what they're calling this.
Well, they're got to figure out where the runner went down and where the infraction occurred. If it's holding, then it's a spot foul, so that's where the infraction occurred at the 22, so they'll back them up to about the 12 or so.
So Antlers in a hole once again here offensively, but they got the ball first and 10. Kind of move it out to about the 23 for a first down. It's now Peyton Bailey returns the quarterback. He'll keep it, roll right. He'll be wrapped up and dropped for a loss inside the 10-yard line. He's coming over to make that play defensively. That was Rylan Alexander, number 42.
Yeah, and Alexander does a good job. Watch him grab the jersey. He just doesn't let go right there, and it's not a horse collar. He just doesn't let go of the jersey, and down he goes for the sack.
Big loss, second and long now for Tivy. Making the handoff. Bailey looking downfield. He decides to try and put it away, but he'll be wrapped up. Stopped at about the 15. Coming over to make the stop that time, Robert Estes.
Well, Kerrville Tivy, really no running game to speak of right now. They're just trying to throw because they're so far behind at this point.
Third down, Bailey looking downfield. Once again, he'll decide to put it away and try to run as Estes wraps him up. Hudson Hendricks over on the stop as well.
He got it, though.
Maybe a little assist from Jake Bettis.
Yeah, and that second effort where he spun forward, that got him the first down.
1st and 10, line of scrimmage, the 25. Looking near side, pass complete. Hauled in Kalamako before he's wrestled down. Jake Bettis in on the stop.
Yeah, and Ty Bush with the hard hit there.
Bush came over as well. Yeah, that'll move the chains, though. It'll be first down, Tivy. Line of scrimmage is their own 40-yard line. There goes a man in motion. Taking the handoff, Bailey. Once again, coming near side, completing a pass to Kalamako into Boerne territory. And they'll mark this down at the 42-yard line.
Well, looks like the Greyhounds are just kind of in a zone, and the receivers are kind of finding those soft spots in that zone.
First down, Antlers. Bailey trying to find something there. Puts the ball away across the 40.
Uh-oh.
Be wrapped up. Hudson Hendricks over to slow him up. Then Cash Gatlin over to finish him off.
That's the way to take a good pop. You stay up as a quarterback. He runs, and he kind of gets spun around, and then he decides to stay up, and that's when the hard hit comes in.
Give him about a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Antlers. Takes the handoff, Bailey.
Look out.
This time he'll be wrapped up. Ball loose. And Hudson Hendricks comes up with it for Boerne.
Well, it's just a strip. Number 8, I think, gets him base,
There you
gets
go.
a strip, and then there's Hudson comes in.
Right there, Johnny on the spot to pick that football up.
So Ben Bays with the strip.
And you know that's rough. That was the best field position
Yeah.
the time he'd been in thus
Yep.
far in the first half.
But they're getting predictable. They're just throwing every play. They're not even trying to establish the run game at all. And so when you just pin your ears back when you know they're going to throw it, you just send your guys in and go after that quarterback.
That is flanked out to the far side. Here at the bottom of your screen, pair of receivers. 1st and 10.
Uh-oh.
Pitch coming the other way. It's Brooks Pettis. Little pass complete. That's Ben Bays hauling it in.
Well, that wasn't the prettiest throw I've ever seen from a baseball player, which Brooks is, but he got there. Lefty. Look at the lefty
Love
throw. He's throwing with gloves, so, again, he just kind of floats it, and Bays gets under it, makes the catch.
Nice fake there to Walker Hill, and then the pitch to Brooks.
Hey, this is a rivalry. Pull out all the stops, baby. Just throw everything at him.
1st and 10. Hank Hendricks. Pass down the middle of the field.
Wow, what a catch.
This one hauled in.
Walker
There's
Hill.
Walker Hill
Yep.
coming up with the football.
Well, look at the time that Hendricks has. Look how much time he's got in that pocket just all day back there.
Hats off to that Greyhound offensive line. And I tell you what, Rocky De Leon was all over Hill.
Hank had time to text his brother, Houston, at the Air Force Academy.
So once again, another first down. Nice handoff to Hicks on a misdirection. Hicks, the 10, the 5, into the end zone for a touchdown.
It's going to come back, though.
Yeah, there are penalty markers on the field.
They're going to call it a blindside block on that one. It'll negate it. But that was a great play call, just that misdirection. When a team's over-pursuing, you kind of reverse feel on them.
That is indeed the case. That is nice, yeah. You pull the defense one way, and you've got your running back running in the opposite direction, as you see right here.
And you're going to see the hit right here. Well, you see the end of it right there.
Well, that'll back the Greyhounds up.
Yeah, but so far, losing yards and penalties hasn't stopped the Greyhounds. They just
Not at all.
Yeah, they just can overcome penalties pretty easy so far.
So it's first down for Boerne. Hank Hendricks dropping back. Looks straight down, pass complete.
Hendricks to Hendricks.
Into the end zone. That's how they played in the backyard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hank Hendricks to Hudson Hendricks for the Boerne touchdown. Hudson feeling it.
Well, Hank to Hut. I didn't know if he when Hudson caught it if he got in, but apparently he did. Again, 5-yard, they back him up on that penalty. No big deal. They can overcome it. This is turning into a blowout, folks.
Snap is down. The kick is up. And it's good with 7:22 remaining before halftime. Our score is Boerne 35 and the Tivy Antlers nothing. Back with more in a moment right here on the Greyhound Network. Well, Gary Barboza, we just saw the Hendricks to Hendricks connection. And the Greyhounds get on the scoreboard once again, 35-0. Tell us about that play, Brian.
They go 3 plays and 49 yards, and they took a minute 38 off the clock. And Hudson, the catch from Hank Hendricks, and defense members set it up. And 35-0, and like I said earlier, Coach Hendricks, you got to really like this, the way both sides are playing. The offense is playing well, defense is playing well also.
That time the kickoff handled by Colin Rose. Out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. And the Antlers are going to go back on offense, 1st and 10. Right after they mark this. And there it is. Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 23. So back in a quarterback, it says Schuler. Now, we were talking about a lot of I don't know if Coach David Jones has alternated them throughout the season, but most of the passing yardage is with Schuler as a handoff that time. Coming straight ahead and still on his feet fighting for yardage.
Still going.
Goes the Antler running back, Aiden Zavala. But getting back to Schuler, 140 of 224 for 1,759 yards. That's coming into play tonight. 19 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. A quarterback rating of 625. 2nd down. Schuler's pass. This one hauled in across midfield and into Boerne territory. It's Colin Rose.
Well, Schuler's a gunslinger. He likes throwing that ball around, and he's got pretty good zip on it. That time he gets it right past the defender and then breaks a tackle. And
Rose just gets his hands on it and pulls it in.
Yep.
1st and 10 from the Boerne 45-yard line. Schuler once again.
Oh.
That time he overthrew Rose. Just a little too tall for Jake Bettis to come down with it for Boerne. But it'll be 2nd down now for Tivy.
That was almost picked.
So on this 2nd down, handoff straight ahead, Zavala across the 40. He'll be stood up there. Matter of fact, that was Eric Bettis standing him up. For the remainder of the Greyhound defense comes over to finish off the stop. It'll be 3rd down. Antlers have to get to the 35 for a 1st down. It's called a 3rd and about 4. Here's Schuler. Quick out. This pass complete at the 40. Nice tackle that time. Just wrapping him up. It was number 32, Ryan Hooper.
Yeah, they may have called a face mask, though, on that. But, yeah, that was a great job by Hooper to tackle in space. An athlete in space is tough in an open field. But it was going to be 4-down territory, I think, because of the score anyway, 35-0.
Yeah, they got him for the face mask. But you just see so many times one-on-one like that, the running back or the receiver, whoever, will get away from a single defender back to make the stop. But in that case, Hooper just stuck with it. Not meaning to sound like an apologetic parent or anything, but I bet you it was unintentional, that face mask.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just trying to make the grab and make the stop and just end up accidentally grabbing it.
These things happen. Inside the 25, 1st and 10, Tivy. Man in motion, that's Jones. Schuler feeling pressure, unloads across his body. What a catch once again, that's Rose. Talented receiver. I believe Bush over to make the stop that time, but that's the second time we've seen something that Rose has had to reach for, and he comes away with it.
Well, Schuler doesn't mind, he doesn't mind just throwing sidearm. He slings it into tight spots.
So it's first down for the Antlers. Looking end zone, pass incomplete. That was intended for President Calamaco. Calamaco, 36 catches, 542 yards, and 8 touchdowns on the season. He's averaging a little over 15 yards a catch.
It looked like he was open, just not able to get it to him.
And it's second down.
Timeout.
And there's a timeout on the field. So I'll tell you what, we'll leave it right here, and we'll take one with them. And I tell you what, we want to remind you to get ready for Boerne Education Foundation's Purse Mania. Mark your calendars for Thursday, December 5th. It's going to be a night you don't want to miss. Visit on Facebook to buy your tickets or reserve a table. Once again, Purse Mania, December 5th, from our good friends at Boerne's Education Foundation. So with 5:10 remaining here in the first half, second down for the Antlers. They can pick up a first down at about the 2-yard line. Snap, Schuler looking end zone. This pass complete for a touchdown. Hauling that one in was President Calamaco.
And he's strutting a little bit. He got up and kind of posed a little bit. I don't know. With the score 35-6, I don't know how much posing I'd be doing. But that play was open. Their previous play, they went right back to it and just able to make a good throw and connect and get the touchdown, get them on the board.
Wiley Landrum on to try the extra point. That's out of the hold of Cade Jones. Snap is down, kick is up. Yes, indeed, it's good. With 5:06 remaining before halftime, the Tivy Antlers on the scoreboard as our new score is Boerne 35, Tivy 7. Back with more in a moment here on the Greyhounds Network.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
Before halftime, the Antlers get on the scoreboard, and their scoring drive looked like.
It's impressive. 7 plays, 77 yards, took 2:16 off the clock. Hit a couple big passes, got a 15-yard penalty that kind of helped them. That would have made it 4th down, but they got the face mask penalty that kept the drive alive. Got them a first down, and Calamaco with the touchdown grab.
With the touchdown grab, couple of huge catches by Rose, though, to keep the drive alive. This time, Robert Estes calls for a fair catch for Boerne. And the Greyhounds will be back on offense, 1st and 10.
Well, there's 5:06 left in the half. The Greyhounds would love a 5-minute and 6-second drive. Go into the locker room with the score and 35-point lead.
Right now, while there is still plenty of football remaining in this contest this evening, it's almost as if it's the Greyhounds versus the Antlers versus the clock. 1st and 10 from the 35. Here's the handoff coming near side. Morrison across the 25, the 30.
It's a face mask.
Knocked out of bounds at about the 31-yard line, and I think the referee saw what you were just talking about right there.
Yeah,
Jerry.
Ivan Perez got his face mask grabbed there. Good run, though. He sees nothing there, bounces it to the outside, and then right there, see the helmet tugged down at the 30, so that's going to move it up to the 45.
Authoritative run by Morrison. And that will, 46-yard line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 10, Boerne. Pair of receivers on the top of your screen. Single receiver on the bottom of your screen for Hank Hendricks. Feeling pressure.
Oh.
Unloads that one. Was intended for one of the up men. I believe that was intended for Nicholas, who might have slipped.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of lost his footing there. Again, it rained a couple times earlier today, and so obviously there's a little bit of that affecting some of the. We've seen that a couple times where someone's kind of lost their footing on some plays.
Or lost a handle on the ball a couple of times. Yeah, we've definitely seen it happen. 2nd and 10. Hank Hendricks, quick out. This is Brooks Pettis across midfield into Tivy territory at about the 48-yard line. Before he's met there and dropped. Rocky De Leon on the stop that time for Tivy.
Yeah, and I think Greyhounds, they like to hurry it up, but they're not. I think they're moving a little bit slower just to try to eat some of this clock up.
Here's a handoff coming right side to Morrison, or correction coming left side to Morrison. Or correction? 21, Ivan Bettis.
Well,
my ones and my fives mixed up there.
I think they're going for it here. I think that play was called knowing you're going to go for it. They're just trying to see what Perez could get on it.
So it's 4th, call it about 5.
Well, let's see. They're bringing in line change here.
Absolutely. Now it looks like the
well, they're going to talk about it.
They're a little bit confused.
Yeah,
so
we'll talk about it here.
With that confusion, they will come over to the sideline. And right now I want to tell you a little bit while this timeout is going on about this month's Boerne Insider Podcast. Let me tell you, we invite you to tune in as Dr. Kraft and Chef Goodrich talk about safety and security measures in Boerne ISD. Once again, that's Boerne's Insider Podcast featuring Dr. Kraft and Chef Goodrich. Don't want to miss it this month. Subscribe and listen on Spotify. So here we go, 4th down. Greyhounds have elected to punt. It's their first punt of the evening as Bush gets this way.
Went straight up.
Yeah, this one taking an antler roll inside the 40 at about the 42-yard line before Bush comes back to down it.
He actually downed his own punt.
There you go. So 3:26 remaining here in the first half, 35-7 Boerne. As a matter of fact, that's the first time they haven't scored on offense all night.
Yeah, and I thought maybe they'd go for it considering where the ball was near midfield, but I think with such a big lead that they're comfortable with their defense. I know they just gave up a score, but they've done a pretty good job shutting down the Tivy offense most of the night here.
Seth Schuler back in at quarterback. Right-handed gunslinger, as you mentioned, straight down the middle across the 40 and into Greyhound territories. He finds his receiver, Cade Jones. So Schuler apparently starting to find his rhythm.
Yep.
1st and 10, Schuler once again. This time he overthrows Jones at about the 17-yard line. Bush back defensively for Boerne. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, a lot of their throws coming on that skinny post, just a little slant over the middle. That's been open.
Here's the give to Zavala. He bangs out to near the 30-yard line. Bush over to make the stop there. Also, Braden Bays. It'll be a 3rd and 5 now for the Tivy Antlers. Schuler, this time feeling pressure, unloads in and out of the hands of his intended receiver on the far side of the field there at about the 35. That was Colin Rose going up for it. Didn't see him miss too many like that in the last drive.
That one came in a little high and a little hot, but 4th down, I think they're going to go for it here.
4th and 5. Here's Schuler, looking right. Pass incomplete. Actually thrown in the direction of Brooks Bettis, and it'll be 1st down for the Boerne Greyhounds. So 2:33 remaining before halftime. Seen a well-played first half by the Boerne Greyhounds. On both ends of the football, actually, well, if you want to get technical on all 3 ends of the football, special teams has even looked good, but offensively and defensively.
Well, see how the Greyhounds play this with 2:33. They got their timeout, so you're gonna want to push tempo here.
Here's the handoff. It's Hicks trying to find the corner across the 30, 31-yard line. He met there and driven out of bounds Christian Terrazas from his cornerback position for Tivy.
Yeah, good job by Terrazas not letting him turn the corner. He ran a long way, and he didn't get any yards on it.
Spotting this at the 31, so they got to get to the 41, so giving him no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Hank Hendricks, quick out to Hicks. This time he may lose a yard.
Kerrville may burn a timeout here at some point.
Tomas Arriola from his linebacker position and on the stop for the Antlers. Yeah, you'd think so. Is Tivy's stance to get the ball in pretty decent field position if they're able to hold Boerne on this 3rd and potentially 4th down.
Yeah, Boerne's kind of letting some clock burn right here.
3rd down. Hendricks. Pass on the far side. That one's caught by Brooks Bettis. Expect nothing less from that young man as he hauls that in.
There might be a flag, though. It's generally in the area of holding, so I would assume you're going to back him up. But do you give him the down back? That's the thing. If you decline the penalty, it'll
be 4th and short.
Right,
if you decline
right.
it.
If you decline it, if you take it.
Personal foul against Boerne. So they're going to repeat 3rd down. Yeah, that definitely is a smart move, I guess, out of the 2 because the other way is going to be like 4th and 2.
Mm-hmm, yeah. But I don't know if Boerne would punt at that point just with a minute to go. You don't want to give Kerrville half a field to go with a minute and a timeout or 2.
So the Antlers take a timeout, and we'll take this one with them. With 1:08 remaining before halftime, 35-7, the Boerne Greyhounds on top of Tivy. Back with more in a moment here on the Greyhounds Network.
GBTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business. From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GBTC has everything you need to stay connected. We're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future. Our GBTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GBTC, connecting you
both of these teams will more than likely see the second season.
Yeah, they're in both. It's just a matter of who's going to – the 4 playoff teams are set in this district.
It's just positioning at this point.
Exactly.
So it's 3rd and long for Boerne as they hand off. Coming near side, this is Hicks across the 25 down to around the 27-yard line.
And they wanted him to stay in bounds to keep the clock running or make Kerrville burn a timeout.
Terrazas runs him out. And that play took a whopping 8 seconds. So with a minute left, yes, it is 4th down for the Greyhounds, and they're showing their second punt of the evening.
And sometimes, with a running back or whoever's running with the ball, your momentum and then the angle you're at, sometimes it's hard to stop and stay in bounds when that's what that's what you're trying to do. Sometimes you just can't do it.
Colin Rose waits back at his own 38-yard line for the Antlers. Punt, this one gets over the head of Rose. He'll try to field it, but nothing doing there. Great special teams play coming from Jake Pettis.
Yeah, there's a flag, though, on the other end. I think that the punter might have got hit.
We'll check that. Certainly, seen our share of penalties here in the last, at least this quarter.
Yeah, the game's kind of bogged down a little bit.
It's holding against Boerne.
If I was Kerrville, I'd make them kick it again.
Well, we'll see.
Because they didn't get much of a return.
We'll see what the call is. No, they didn't get any kind of return at all, as a matter of fact. Instead of gaining positive yards on that return, they were thrown back a couple of yards, so they're going to have to start the drive deeper in their own territory.
The officials facing the wrong way because they said Boerne.
Okay, this is interesting. Now it's calling it a hold against Tivy.
Yeah. He pointed the wrong direction, basically.
Okay. I don't feel so bad now. I was worried I didn't want to spread misinformation there. All right. So the Antlers are going to start 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage is going to be their own 10-yard line with 51 seconds remaining before halftime.
What do? If you're the Antlers, you try to pop something since you're down 4 touchdowns, or you just kind of hand off, see if you break something. If not, just go in the locker room and regroup. What's your approach here?
I don't know. I don't see why not. Seth Schuler has been rather successful throwing the football. But I think they're going to listen to you. Straight ahead across the 10, down to around the 14-yard line, goes the running back, Dominic Vasquez, for he's wrapped up there. And on the stop that time, Braden Bays. It'll be 2nd down for the Tivy Antlers. 2nd down, they got to get to just inside the 20 for a 1st down. At 20 seconds left, clock continues to run. Here's Schuler looking to air it out. Pass complete. Rose on the far side, 25-yard line. Taken out of bounds at about the 26, but that'll move the chains and give the Antlers a 1st down.
And Rose is trying to get out of bounds there. He make very heads-up play. He knows he catches the ball. He's got to get out of bounds. He's able to. Give him one last shot here.
And this ought to be it because the clock's continuing to run. Handoff straight ahead goes Vasquez. Across the 25 to the 27, and we have reached halftime at Boerne ISD Stadium with our score, the Boerne Greyhounds 35, the Tivy Antlers 7. We'll be back with halftime in just a moment here on the Greyhounds Network.
Coming up next on the Boerne Beat, a teacher earns Hall of Fame honors. Students pitch their ideas at the Incubator EDU Expo, and a sports roundup. That's all next on the Boerne Beat.
Hi, I'm Kathy Cornett, principal at Voss Middle School. Thank you for watching the Boerne Beat.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Boerne Beat, sponsored by Day One Bags. Here are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. A teacher earns a Hall of Fame honors. Congratulations to champion coach Jenny Brewer for earning Teacher of Excellence Award from the Texas Business Hall of Fame. Coach Brewer heads the Business Incubator and Entrepreneur Program here in Boerne ISD. Coach Brewer will receive the award next week in Dallas. Speaking of entrepreneurs, Boerne High School and Champion High School's student entrepreneurs pitched their business ideas at the 5th Annual Incubator EDU Expo on Wednesday.
They're all pitching their elevator pitches. So their first 30-second pitch, what is it that we're doing in preparation for their big annual event, just like Boerne ISD's big annual event in April, where they'll pitch for prize money and then to go on to state for business pitching.
The judging included some of the Boerne's top business leaders, including a former graduate from Boerne High School.
The community, I can tell, is going to benefit greatly from this. These opportunities, if I had them, I certainly would have gone after them. I think that it could have led me in a different path. Who knows? But obviously, I think the path I'm on is pretty great. But these kids, they're going to have amazing opportunities, and this is an example of that.
Over 200 students from 6 surrounding ISDs participated in the expo held at the Bevy Hotel in Boerne. The champion girls team was one of the finalists. And now for the sports roundup. Congratulations to Boerne champions Elizabeth Leachman for winning her 5th 5A state title in cross country last Saturday in Round Rock. Also, a shout out to Boerne High School boys cross country claiming a silver medal in the 5A state meet. Those are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. And a quick program note, tune in to this month's Boerne Insider podcast as Dr. Kraft and Chief Goodrich talk about the safety and security measures in Boerne ISD. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.
You can't tell my story without telling what God was in my life. And I hope you're okay with that, because really, I love kids, I love my neighbors here, and this is what's real, and that is what saved me. It was, when I lost Dave, my first brother to die was like, it was crushing, I just had never really been hurt in that way yet, and I had questions. It hurt so much, and I couldn't think of anything else, And then my next brother, Mike, I lost him 2 years later, and I was kind of crazy for a while, but, and it was really painful, but I'm telling you that people that overcome something have an experience that other people don't have. And when you have that sort of crushing thing in you, it can either do one of two things to you. It can make you like just hardened at the world, or just, I hate that, and then what's the life you live, Or in my case, it made me, when I see other people suffering, it breaks my heart, because I know what it feels like. I think just to, and I don't know how you tell a little child, a little kid this, but when you really get kicked and you're hurting bad, then how you respond, that is being a man. That is life. That's what it's all about.
If my body feels like it's holding back or something, like say my left arm, like I feel like I can't do it, I'll look up videos or I'll find some sort of way to make myself do it, because I will find a way to do it. Like when I deadlift, when I first started, I was really upset because I couldn't figure out how I could deadlift. And I found one of those lifting straps and I forced my left arm to the bar and I was able to lift it. And then like ever since then, like bench press, I'll force my arm to grip the bar and I just make myself do it. Throughout my whole life, my parents have always told me to never let cerebral palsy hold me back and to always go forward and never let cerebral palsy define me. And I never have. And I played sports when I was younger and like normal kids, and I grew up like a normal kid. I never let this push me back. And whenever I was in 8th grade, I decided I wanted to try lifting and like going to the gym and lifting weights. And I started lifting weights and I realized I was a lot stronger than I thought I would be, and I was actually stronger than most kids that don't have cerebral palsy. And so ever since then, I've just kept getting stronger and stronger.
Hey Hunter, I'm Kevin Von Erich.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I want to meet you.
Yes, sir.
So, Boerne guy.
Yes, sir.
I heard that you're a ball of fire. I heard that you're just always on call. Everybody loves you.
Yes, sir.
That's a good way to be. Believing in myself did a dang thing for me. I knew that I couldn't do it. I asked God to help me, and He did, because that's really how it went for me. What do you say?
The way I believe in myself is I have this saying that I love, and it's called "Prove Them Wrong." And anytime someone doubts me, anytime says I can't do this or I can't do that, I love it because I go out and do it. And everything they say that I can't do, I'll find a way to do it.
Hunter, that is so right. That is, that's what I meant to say.
Yes,
when
sir.
I was your age, that is how I thought too. Now I'm an old man and I look back on it and I have another way of seeing it. But when I was like you, sitting on my heels, leaning forward, a man that hadn't started yet.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dang right, boy.
Yes, sir.
Losing my brothers and all that, you want to stay in bed. You just want to quit thinking about it all the time, But when you have a wife and children, then they're going to get hungry. And the whole thing is, I'm a dad, and that's priority one, and so you can make it happen.
I'll just always make sure that I can fight through it. Like you kind of said, to always just...
Quitting's your enemy, isn't it?
Yes, sir. And just to always not quit and keep trying. Even if you fail, that's okay. Get up and do it again and just keep doing it until you make it.
Winners don't quit, quitters don't win.
Buddy Deal, what's your favorite color?
No, I'm kidding. Merry Christmas, guys. It's finally Christmas. We got multiple complaints lately that we're mostly in the same spot for our desk, and we thought, let's change it up a bit. Past weekend, our cross-country team competed in the state meet and got placed second place for our Greyhounds. Great job, boys.
You sound like a robot.
No, say it again.
No, let's keep that hard in. Our Greyhound football team went up against San Antonio Nicolum this last week and beat the Cowboys in a shutout game 50-0, which brings us to 6-3 for the year and 4-1 in district play. Go Hounds.
Our swim team competed last Friday and Saturday with 5A and 6A schools, and they did pretty well, with one of our sophomore girls, Lauren Summers, getting a new school record for the 100 breast. Congrats, Lauren. The swim team's also competing this Friday at Alamo Heights against Champion High School and Alamo Heights High School, where our swim team members will just keep swimming. Poetry stuff right there.
It's a Finding Dory and Finding Nemo reference.
Heck yeah, it is.
Our Boerne High School volleyball team hosted New Braunfels High School this past week and came out with a 5-set victory. They have now ended their season 22-14. Good job, Hounds.
Now let's head over to Gavin and Riley for Teacher of the Week.
Welcome back. This week's Teacher of the Week is
Mr. Jeffcoat.
Here is your award.
What would you like to say to the people of Boerne High School?
Thank you for your support, and yeah, thank you for your support.
Of course.
Awesome.
And go vote for next week.
Yes. Vote next week.
It's right here. So just point right there.
Right there. There.
Awesome.
Now let's head over to Kate and Olivia.
Ansley, what's your biggest regret in life so far?
Probably when I did some bad things and then my mom went through my phone. I got grounded for a month and a half.
You know how to read?
Quite well.
What's your favorite part about filming BHNN?
It's fun to come up with fun ideas, and I get to be with my Matthew Pookie.
Matthew, what about you?
Because I'm with Cannon.
Who is the hottest person at this school?
Say it.
I don't know. Coach, if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Grilled cheese.
With soup?
No.
What is your death row meal if you could choose one?
Like a Caesar salad.
Caesar salad.
Ooh, Guys, a BHS student has just unintentionally set off the fire alarm. Let's show the picture.
Not good.
The alarm is going off. Come on, let's go listen.
This may be the last time you ever see us on camera because we may be canceled after this, guys.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed BHNN. It was fun while it lasted.
Oh, it's off. It's off. Rapscallions, some may
We're
say.
safe.
We're not canceled. We're back on the air. Now, Coach Eisenberg, let me ask you a question. What do you love most? Period.
Being embarrassed by my students for no reason.
But, like your family?
I thought the question was in poor timing.
Sorry.
Be a better host.
What is the weirdest dream you've ever had?
I was chased by Barney once when I was in my mid-20s. I don't know why. It was like a repressed memory, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Barney attacked me in my dreams.
I'm so sorry.
So lately, it's been a little hard with thinking of ideas for BHNN, and we want to get a student's opinion. So right here, there's a QR code to give us a review for BHNN and to give us ideas for the future. And you never know, we might take your idea or whatever, and we might be even reviewing ideas. So if you guys could leave a review for us and give us some ideas, we would be more than happy to take them. Thank you a lot, Greyhounds.
What's your favorite Starbucks order?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So my favorite Starbucks order would probably be a grande non-fat chai tea latte. Do you have an order? Special order?
Yeah. So my favorite order is the pink drink and a cookies and cream cake.
Good choices.
Thank you.
Is the pink one like a pink lemonade, like a hibiscus?
Well, it's kind of like coconut, like water with some strawberries in it and stuff.
Okay, that's fun. And you can never go wrong with a cake pop.
Yeah. What's your zodiac sign?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Do you know your sign?
Yes.
And what is it?
A Libra.
Okay, what does that kind of mean?
A Libra means that you always want things to be fair and you were born in September.
Okay. Good characteristic to always want things to be fair. Can you think of a time when you've had to kind of step in to referee things?
Yeah, so one time I was with my sister and and she got something and I wanted something too, so like I asked, like I was like, that's not fair.
I had 3 siblings too, and I shared a room with my little sister, so we always had to make sure things were fair. So.
Garrison, what was your favorite highlight from the game?
I would have to say probably the trick play we ran where I'm pulling around the edge and I'm supposed to throw it to Ben if he's covered, and I run it in, and I was wide open, so I ran the ball in for a touchdown.
Ty Bush, is there anyone you would like to shout out?
My dad, Coach Bush. He's the GOAT.
Hank Hendricks, what does it mean to be QB1?
It means the world. I've been dreaming about this since I was little, so it's really cool playing with my dad, playing with my brother, and leading the offense.
Jackson Bates, who is your role model?
You know, I got several in my life, but my main one I have to go with probably Cohen Wolf. You know, he was just somebody I really looked up to. He's a great guy. He really loved pineapples, and so I just love that guy. You know, he's really helped me to become the man I am today, so thank you, Cohen Wolf.
Logan Pritchard, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
What would you say is your favorite part about Boerne Athletics?
I like when we're good, because it's like good to be a part of a good team, and then especially when the offense is clicking and we move the ball, it gets really easy, and I can get pancakes with Boerne and Schramm. And I also like it when we can double team really well.
Walker Hill, what motivates you the most?
What motivates me the most is the fact that this is probably my last year playing football, or it is, and just trying to get out there every day and, you know, soak it up as much as I can, because, you know, we don't have much time to enjoy this kind of experience every night, or, you know, these 4 years of your life ever again. So being able to get out there and just, you know, show it all and try to be the best you can is what motivates me, because I just know there's not much left for me, unfortunately, but, you know, I enjoy it while I can.
What's your favorite Starbucks order?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What's your favorite Starbucks order?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So my favorite Starbucks order would probably be a grande non-fat chai tea latte. Do you have an order? Special order?
Yeah. So my favorite order is the pink drink and a cookies and cream cake.
Good choices.
Thank you.
Is the pink one like a pink lemonade, like a hibiscus?
Well, it's kind of like coconut, like water with some strawberries in it and stuff.
Okay, that's fun. And you can never go wrong with a cake pop.
Yeah. What's your zodiac sign?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Do you know your sign?
Yes.
And what is it?
A Libra.
Okay, what does that kind of mean?
A Libra means that you always want things to be fair and you were born in September.
Okay. Good characteristic to always want things to be fair. Can you think of a time when you've had to kind of step in to referee things?
Yeah, so one time I was with my sister and and she got something and I wanted something too, so like I asked, like I was like, that's not fair.
I had 3 siblings too, and I shared a room with my little sister, so we always had to make sure things were fair. So.
Every day, we come to school to learn, grow, and have fun. But safety is always our top priority. Whether it's bullying, mental health, suicide, or dangerous behavior, if you see something, say something. Sometimes we might notice something unusual or concerning. It's important to know that if you see something, you should say something, either in person or anonymously, using our QR code. If you notice someone being bullied, struggling with mental health, talking about suicide, or engaging in dangerous behavior, it's important to speak up.
Remember, if you see something,
say something.
This month's Core Values in Action student recipient is Lorelei Michaelet from Cibolo Creek Elementary. She is 10 years old and one of our outstanding 5th graders. Lorelei is committed to her school as well as her community. She participates in recreational and competitive dance outside of school for about 9 hours each week. She performs at many of the Boerne community events, such as Dickens on Main, and many events at Ammon Square. Lorelei volunteers to help at the school on various occasions, like helping to set up the school book fair. Lorelei is on our morning K-Cub news crew, as well as our Cub Choir, and participates in Run Club. Her teachers have said that Lorelei is a very hard worker and goes above and beyond to help in any way that she can. She is always willing to help her peers and genuinely looks out for others. She is reliable and always does the right thing. At the age of 10, the amount of integrity she shows daily is beyond measure. Lorelei is a true example of the core values that we look for in Boerne ISD, and this is why she is the Core Values in Action October student recipient.
At Boerne ISD, safety and security is our top priority. Let's review our safety and security protocols.
Hold in your room or area. Clear the halls.
Students, clear the hallways and remain in your room or in the area until the all clear is announced. Do business as usual.
Adults, close and lock the door. Account for students and adults. Do business as usual.
Secure, get inside. Lock outside doors.
Students, return to the inside of building. Do business as usual.
Adults, bring everyone indoors, lock outside doors, increase situational awareness, account for the students and adults, do business as usual.
Lock down. Locks, lights, out of sight. Students, move away from sight. Maintain silence. Do not open the door. Adults, recover students from the hallways if possible. Lock the classroom door. Turn out the lights. Move away from sight. Maintain silence. Do not open the door. Prepare to evacuate or defend.
Evacuate. Students, leave stuff behind if required to do so. If possible, bring your phone. Follow instructions. Adults, lead students to the evacuation location. Account for students and adults. Notify if there are missing, extra, or injured students or adults.
Shelter. Hazard and safety strategy.
Students, use the appropriate safety strategy for the hazard. Adults, lead the safety strategy. Account for students and the adults. Notify if there are any missing, extra, or injured students or adults. In the event of an emergency, the only official messaging will be from law enforcement partners or Boerne ISD.
Stay safe, Boerne ISD.
Coming up next on the Boerne Beat, a teacher earns Hall of Fame honors. Students pitch their ideas at the Incubator EDU Expo and a sports roundup. That's all next on the Boerne Beat.
Hi, I'm Kathy Cornett, principal at Voss Middle School. Thank you for watching the Boerne Beat.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Boerne Beat, sponsored by Day One Bags. Here are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. A teacher earns a Hall of Fame honors. Congratulations to champion coach Jenny Brewer for earning Teacher of Excellence Award from the Texas Business Hall of Fame. Coach Brewer heads the Business Incubator and Entrepreneur program here in Boerne ISD. Coach Brewer will receive the award next week in Dallas. Speaking of entrepreneurs, Boerne High School and Champion High School's student entrepreneurs pitched their business ideas at the 5th Annual Incubator EDU Expo on Wednesday.
they're all pitching their elevator pitches. So their first 30-second pitch, what is it that we're doing in preparation for their big annual event, just like Boerne ISD's big annual event in April, to where they'll pitch for prize money and then to go on to state for business pitching.
The judging included some of the Boerne's top business leaders, including a former graduate from Boerne High School.
The community, I can tell, is going to benefit greatly from this. These opportunities, if I had them, I certainly would have gone after them. I think that it could have led me in a different path. Who knows? But obviously, I think the path I'm on is pretty great. But these kids, they're going to have amazing opportunities, and this is an example of that.
Over 200 students from
Back with you now at Boerne ISD Stadium, just ahead of the second half. Boerne Greyhounds out to a big 35-7 lead in the first half that was all Boerne. Save one offensive drive, and cross-country team from Boerne High School.
Yeah, they were a silver medalist last week at the state 5A cross-country meet. That's Coach Carter, Chris Carter on the right, Coach Michael Strong on the left. He's a soccer coach assistant. And the Greyhounds got second in the boys 5A division. The really neat thing about them is last year as a 4A, they ran and got third. They move up to 5A, and there was going to be a big adjustment, and there was. But they made the step up from 5A and moved up in the podium, stepping up. So a great season for them.
Here's some highlights from the first half. Then, of course, that touchdown grab, the lone touchdown grab by Calamaco for the Tivy Antlers. Here we see Boerne scoring. The Hendricks to Hendricks connection. We saw it on the second quarter, 7:22 remaining before halftime.
I wondered if he got in. It looked like he did there.
And here's Adam Hicks taking the ball over at the 11:26 mark. 3-yard touchdown run. Just one of the 5 that the Boerne Greyhounds scored in that first half for a while there. Every time Boerne would get their hands on the football, they were scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, and they had that pick six that they took for a touchdown.
Oviedo.
Yeah, Towns Oviedo.
Towns Oviedo came up with that 40-yard touchdown interception return. And on top of all that, of course, Boerne won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and they're going to have the football to start things off here in the third quarter.
Well, they are 24 minutes of game time away from hosting a first-round playoff game. If they win this game, they get second outright. They get to host next week. It'll be a Corpus school, probably either Corpus Christi Carroll or Corpus Christi Ray. And it'll be sometime next week here at Boerne ISD Stadium. And as far as we know, Greyhounds have never, ever hosted a playoff game in their 100-year history.
So that'll be a first, certainly a reason for celebrating. Has the ball in the air. Little onside attempt. Good heads-up play that time. Coming up with the football was Ben Bays. And the Greyhounds will have the football. Ben Bays is a good-sized young man, too.
I think that's a good job of being heads up by the Greyhounds. Knowing that Kerrville's down by 4 touchdowns, they need to make something happen. Why not try the onside kick?
Yeah, I guess at this point you got to pull out all the stops. Now, as we were talking about, both teams will see playoff action. This game basically for positioning. So it's 1st and 10, 35-yard line. Hank Hendricks rolling near side. Has a man across midfield and into Tivy territory. His receiver Matthew Garrison, who hauls that one in. It'll be second and short for the Greyhounds.
Well, he had 2 receivers. He has Ben Bays open right here. You see Ben open right there, and he thinks it's for him. But it's for Garrison, and so he had his choice there.
Second down, look in that direction. This time, he's got Brooks Perez at the 40-yard line before he's driven out by Keaton Herman. That ought to be enough to move the chains, and it does. It'll be first down, Boerne.
Yeah, talked about that great start by the Greyhounds. They kind of maybe mentally let up a little bit. They had such a big lead. I think they just kind of started resting a little bit, but they look ready to go here.
Well, Coach Hendricks and the staff probably had a few choice words for him in the locker room. Here's a handoff. Hicks busting his way up to about the 35-yard line before he's met there and dropped. Robert Johnson, 5'10", 227-pound senior defensive end, in on the stop that time for Tivy. Be second down, 6. Snap to Hank Hendricks. Looking right side, has his receiver across the 30. Still on his feet is Brooks Bettis. Across the 15 into the end zone. Touchdown, Boerne.
Wow.
Great job of just sticking with it and paying attention. Brooks Bettis, hats off to you. Great job.
Should have been stopped twice. One, it looked like he was going to get thrown out of bounds, and then stays in bounds. And that's the thing about Brooks. He doesn't like to go out of bounds. He tries to stay in bounds. It pays off right there. And then a missed tackle on the end of that play. And the route is on.
Well, the extra point attempt is coming out of the hold of Hudson Hendricks. Kick is up. It's good. Just got started. 10:32 remaining here in the third quarter. And our score now, Boerne 42, the Tivy Antlers 7. Back with more in a moment here on the Greyhounds Network.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Well, for the Boerne Greyhounds, Brooks Bettis, who's had a stellar ball game to this point, finally gets into the scoring party for the Greyhounds. And how'd that scoring drive look there, Kerry?
Well, that's a quick scoring drive, only a minute 27. After they get the ball near midfield, they go 54 yards on just 4 plays. Brooks Perez with 2 catches. That last one, 36 yards for a score.
Kickoff coming to Tivy. It's handled on the far side, trying to cut his way across the field to find some running room on the near side of the field was Rose. And he's wrapped up there and dropped. Or correction. That was number 12, Rocky De Leon with the kickoff return. That'll be first down for the Tivy Antlers. Line of scrimmage will be the 17-yard line, that being their own 17.
Well, we've seen 2 quarterbacks for the Antlers. Let's see how they play this second half.
Well, they're going with the senior Bailey, looks like, coming out to start the second half. He's got 2 receivers either side on this 1st and 10. Handoff straight ahead. Banging his way out the 20, 21-yard line. Goes the running back Vasquez. Oviedo also in on the stop, Cole Durham for the Boerne Greyhounds. After a pickup, be second, call it second and about 6. Bailey dropping back, feeling pressure. Bailey's going to go down, and I think there may have been an inadvertent face mask in the effort there.
Face mask or
Burkholder comes over to make the stop. Yeah, it looks like he got his hands right in the mask, but good pressure. There it is. Good pressure coming from that Boerne defense.
Yeah, he wrapped him up, just got him up high near the helmet. And when
we can see it right here as his head moves. So this will move the football. 36-yard line is the line of scrimmage for the Tivy Antlers. And it's 1st and 10. Bailey dropping back, feeling pressure, nothing there. Bailey will put it away and try to run. But he'll be wrapped up. Stop just shy of the 40-yard line. Hudson Hendricks over to make the stop.
Well, he was looking downfield for Kay Jones, but he was pretty well covered. by Jackson Bays, so he didn't want to throw that into traffic.
Second down, Bailey. Quick out. That just a little bit too tall for his intended receiver, Cade Jones. And good presence of mind to stay with the football, as that could have been ruled a lateral, although it was forward.
Yeah, then you see Ty Bush getting in there.
And it's third down for Tivy. They have got to get to the 46 for a first down. Downfield, unloads this. Pass caught at the 20. Into the end zone goes the receiver, President Calamaco.
That's his second. Well, it's only fitting. We did have an election this week, so the president gets the
president,
score.
yeah, absolutely. 8:59 remaining in the third quarter. The Antlers on the board once again.
The president's on the board.
Landrum on to try the extra point for Tivy. Kick is up, and it's good with 8:59 remaining before, 8:59 remaining in the third quarter. Our new score now, the Boerne Greyhounds 42, Tivy 14. Back with more in a moment here on the Greyhounds Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
Well, Kerry Barbosa, President Calamaco, the leader in receiving for this Tivy Antler football team. We see it right here.
See, the defender just kind of lost his balance there at the very end. Got turned around. Well, President is leading the receivers, and he leads the free world. So
and there you go.
He's doing both.
Absolutely. Tell us about that drive.
4 plays, 83 yards, took a minute 25. That touchdown pass to Calamaco to the President was 62 yards.
Very impressive. As the Greyhounds try to return this at about the 40-yard line, penalty markers are on the ground as the return man will get knocked back to about the 37. We'll check that. As Robert Estes once again handling one of the kickoffs. See what this one's all about.
Going to back him up. Going to back up.
As holding against Boerne. So this will back him up. You want to at least keep control, put a good drive together right now. Try to eat as much of that clock as you can. And try to take that momentum that has apparently shifted for the moment
well, both teams,
back over to the purple and white.
Yep, both teams come out in opening drives and score out of the half.
So it's 1st and 10. Hank Hendricks. Quick out pass complete. The 30. The 35-yard line goes Hicks before he's met there and driven down by linebacker Curtis Woods, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good little move by Hicks. Watch him catch the ball, and he sees the defender coming up. Just kind of puts his foot in the ground, and he slips right by him, and that gets him the extra yardage and almost the first down.
I have to get to about the 37, call it for a first down. 2nd and 2, handoff. Hicks once again. He'll have the first down a little more as he bangs out to the 40-yard line. Or he's met there, Tomas Ariola getting up off the bottom of that pile. For the Tivy Antlers, chains moving. It'll be 1st down, Boerne.
Well, Greyhounds don't mind just kind of running it. They're still going to throw it, but, you know, that last drive, they just threw an out, and Brooks Perez should have been stopped, but just a couple missed tackles. So they'll still throw the ball, but they're concerned right now just with the clock, just burning clock right now.
Jeffrey Morrison checking into the ball game in the backfield for Boerne. On this 1st and 10, line of scrimmage is their own 40-yard line. Here's Hank looking to pass, does so. Pass in and out of the hands. I don't know if they're going to call this incomplete. It looked like he had it momentarily.
Yeah, so
that being Nicholas.
What is the call? It was complete, and it was a fumble.
It was complete and a fumble. Because, yeah, look right there like he had control. A hit by Christian Terrazas knocked the ball loose.
It was Eli Nicholas on the catch. Fortunately for the Greyhounds, the ball was near the sideline, so it rolled out.
So, yeah, it rolled out so they can retain possession. Give them a pickup of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Hendricks, the handoff. Morrison trying to cut the corner. Nothing doing there. Good defensive pursuit. Christian Woods. Also River Reisinger over to make the stop for the Tivy Antlers, and it'll be 3rd down.
Good job by the Kerrville defense that time. 2 defenders pursuing, not letting them get to the edge.
Certainly is going to be 3rd down. Call it about 12. Hank Hendricks airs it out. Brooks Pettis trying to draw a bump that time, see if he could get a penalty marker, much along the same lines as you see a lot of basketball players trying to draw a foul.
Well, and you notice the Antlers had 2 men on him.
Yeah.
They're double teaming them now, or they did on that play at least.
Pass is incomplete. Of course, that brings up a punting situation for the Greyhounds. Bush on to punt this thing away. And they got Rose waiting back at his own 15. This one will roll out of bounds. Going to mark this at about the 37-yard line. That being the Tivy 37. That's where the Antlers will take over 1st and 10. You know, let's come together to support Boerne Education Foundation Giving Day on November 12th. Every dollar raised goes directly towards innovative programs, essential resources, and classroom support that benefit every student, every teacher, and every school in the Boerne ISD. Scan that QR code on the screen right now and join us in making a difference. No gift is too small. 1st and 10. Got Bailey back in the game. Feeling pressure, tries to keep it. Runs into number 42, that being Rylan Alexander, who drags him down at about the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, good job by the Boerne secondary. Nowhere for the quarterback to go, so he's got to run it.
2nd down. Once again, looking to pass. Nothing doing there, so he'll put it away and run. Across the 45, down to around the 47-yard line. Hudson Hendrickson on the stop that time for the Greyhounds, but that'll move the chains and give Tivy a 1st down.
Yeah, that's the big thing about Bailey. Good run. He gets about 8 yards on that. Keeps them in drive going.
Bailey dropping back, unloads, looking for Rose, in and out of his hands. Pass incomplete.
Well, they're letting him play.
Back defensively, looked like Matthew Garrison for him.
I thought the offensive player initiated contact. Watch him reach back a little bit right there. See,
he did. He kind of shoved off on Garrison.
Yeah, and but the officials no flag, so I think that was the right call.
Yeah, they're letting them play.
They're letting some contact go, but it's not where it affects the play.
2nd down.
Look out!
Pressure coming, and Peyton Bailey will go down.
Hooper.
That's Ryan Hooper from his linebacker position. 67 tackles coming into play tonight, 4 thrown for loss. That's his 5th.
Well, watch Hooper coming in on the blitz, kind of a stunt, gets past the defender, and once he wraps him up, nowhere to go.
So it's 3rd down.
Look out.
Once again, he had to get rid of the ball quickly. The reception is made by Vasquez at the 45-yard line. But he's going to be stopped well shy of a first down. Penalty markers on the field.
Yeah, and Hooper was there. If it is a hold, then you just decline it, I would guess.
I would guess as that defense is trying to get in there, it should be a hold, but of course it's roughing the passer.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to extend the drive.
It sure is. This will move the football into Boerne territory. They're going to place it at the 40-yard line, the near hash mark.
Well, that's tough because you had them on 4th and 12. They're probably going to have to punt. Instead, they get a first down, and the ball gets moved into Greyhound territory. So,
first down, Tivy. The handoff straight ahead. Goes the running back Zavala. Wrapped off there by Hudson Hendricks after a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Bailey. Once again, can't find his receivers. He'll put the ball away and run across the 30 down to the 25-yard line. He's coming back to make the stop, Ryland Alexander, but not before they move the chains. Be a first down. 66 carries, 379 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Bailey carrying the football this season.
I think the quarterbacks have gotten more rushing yards today on busted plays than they have from the actual running game.
First down, Bailey.
Uh-oh.
Pass looked like that was either batted away or hit off of one of the defenders' helmets.
It landed dangerous close near a Greyhound, so very fortunate they didn't get that one picked off.
Second down now for Tivy. Here's Bailey. Looking to throw. Once again, receivers are covered. Underthrew his intended receiver on the far side of the field. That being Kalamako. And that brings up another third down situation for the Tivy Antlers.
Well, good job by that offensive line there of the Antlers. They gave the Bailey a lot of time. He had time, just nothing was open. Again, credit to the Greyhound secondary.
3 receivers as you see on the bottom of your screen on this third down. He looks in the other direction. Pass intended for Zavala. Not sure they called it a reception.
Yeah, he called it, but he had to go down to get it. It was a low throw. He's going to lose a yard. Better off just letting it go. Watch him. He has to go down.
At that point, yes, he did come up with it, but
actually lost a yard.
And the Antlers will go for it. Yeah. Here on 4th. Bailey feeling pressure. Stepping up into the pocket, getting out of pressure, but he's not going to be anywhere near close to a first down. Penalty markers on the field as Ryan Hooper runs him out of bounds, and we'll see what this is about.
It might be a face mask. A couple penalty, if that's what it is, couple penalties here. You had a roughing the passer, and then this one.
We'll catch that. It's obviously
personal
foul of some sort.
That's twice they would have.
Yeah,
gotten the ball back.
Could have gotten the ball back, and that especially on a 4th down. Guess it's a good thing for Boerne at this point. They've got such a large lead because these mistakes could certainly take their toll. Let's see, personal foul. It was a personal foul of some variety. We don't quite know what.
I don't know if it was a late hit. Did they call a late
hit?
They
might have called a late hit.
Let's take a look at it. There's a hold right there they didn't call. But
let's see. So he comes out. Hooper hits him. Unless they're calling a late hit on Hendricks? Is that where they're calling a late hit?
I guess. That was a stretch.
Learn something new every day.
That was a stretch, man.
It'll be 1st and 10, Tivy. Line of scrimmage is the Boerne 10-yard line.
They only have 10 players. They need another one out. Here comes running in. Oh, okay.
Actually, ball went over on down.
Yeah, so it was after the play.
So it was after the play, okay.
So when he was down, then they're saying it was a late hit. Bernie still gets the ball, but they do back him up.
Okay, now we have it explained. Hicks with the carry. Carries the ball out to the 22-yard line. It's another first down for the Boerne Greyhounds. Interesting transaction there.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, Hicks. Nice
Look
hole
out.
this time on the far side of the field. He'll get down to around the 40-yard line before Terrazas makes the hit for Tivy.
You see the burst by Hicks. He's the guy. He's batting an ankle injury early on, and he came back. He left the game, came back against Heights. Wasn't quite ready. Only played 2 or 3 plays. Sat out a little bit more, but he sure looks like he's back to where he was before the ankle injuries.
De Leon over to help him. 2 quick plays, 2 quick first downs for Adam Hicks. Hank Hendricks, pass complete. Far side, and that is Will Traylor. 6'3", 190-pound junior.
Yeah, problem with throwing it near the sideline, you can drag him out. Stop the clock.
Stop that clock, and
Yeah.
it does with 1:48 left to go here in the third quarter.
And really not a whole lot of room for the receiver to maneuver and try to stay in bounds because his momentum is carrying him towards the sideline anyway.
Second down, Greyhounds. Line of scrimmage, their own 43. Handoff, Morrison banging out to the 45, crossing the 45 to around the 47-yard line. Time Anthony Sanchez, 5'9", 270-pound junior defensive tackle, in on the stop for the Tivy Antlers.
Well, Morrison drags a couple of defenders with him, gets those extra yards, makes it manageable 3rd and 3-ish.
I tell you, Morrison is just a tough running back. There's a lot of tough in that young man. So 3rd down for Boerne. Hendricks, quick out, pass complete across midfield. This will be a first down and more. Across the 35, the 30 goes the receiver. That's Ben Bays. Nice pickup for Bays, moving the chains.
Just a short release. You see, he pretends like he's blocking, just kind of releases, and nobody's there. Nobody picks him up for the linebacker or secondary core, and he just stays in bounds, fighting for extra yards. He's trying to score right there. He wants to get in the end zone.
Yeah, Antlers weren't wrapping up those tackles, and Baines was just had a full head of steam going there. So it's 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. Line of scrimmage is the Tivy 30. Handoff, Morrison. Straight up the middle, 2 or 3 tough yards. For he's met there, Robert Johnson in on the stop. Also getting up off the bottom of that pile, we have Mikey Isaiah Nelson.
Well, Greyhounds just wanting to burn some clock here. That pass to Bays that got him that first down on 3rd and 3, that went for 24 yards.
Second down for Boerne. Line of scrimmage at 27. This time in on the carry once again is Morrison.
That should take us to the end of the quarter.
End of the quarter. As he gets down near the 20, he'll wrap him up, say, at about the 21-yard line, and we've got 3 in the books here from Boerne ISD Stadium. Our score after 3, Greyhounds 42, Antlers 14. Back for the final quarter in just a moment, right here on the Greyhounds Network.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
The sports editor of the Boerne Star newspaper, Kerry Barbosa. My name is Roland J. Reese. We've seen a good one here at Boerne ISD Stadium this evening to wrap up the 2024 Boerne Greyhound campaign. Actually, the regular season for both teams. Many teams ending their regular season this evening. Both the Antlers and the Greyhounds will see postseason plays. They're both in the playoffs. We look forward to following them as the weeks continue. Final 12 minutes on the clock. Third down. Third and about 3. Greyhounds got to get to the 20 for a first down. Direct snap. This is Hudson Hendricks. He'll have the first down and more as he bangs across the 20. Down to around the 17 for a first down before Robert Johnson makes the stop.
Well, that's Hut. Just the Wildcat formation, get the first down, move the chains, and they're going to have a chance here to burn some more time off that clock. Get ready for a playoff game next week.
Trailer flanked to the bottom of your screen. Single receiver to the top of your screen on this first down. Give. This is Morrison. He's going to, correction. That is Perez. Finds his way to the end zone for another Boerne Greyhound touchdown with 11:14 remaining in the ball game. And the Greyhounds in command.
We got near the goal line. He got hit at about the 1. I didn't know if he fell on the defender, if he got in, he got pushed out, but official's right on it right there, says he got in, so touchdown.
Extra point coming. That's from Diego Jimenez. Kick is good. 11:14 remains in the ball game. Our score, Boerne 49. The Tivy Antlers 14. Back with more in a moment here on the Greyhounds Network.
GBTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business. From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GBTC has everything you need to stay connected. We're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future. Our GBTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GBTC, connecting you.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Well, back with you now at Boerne ISD Stadium, the ensuing kickoff as it's handled by Rose, who will take the ball out to about the 35-yard line, which is where the Antlers will go to work from there. And let's revisit that previous scoring drive.
We go 10 plays, 88 yards. Remember, that drive started at the 12 after that penalty. He took 3:14 off the clock. And they've had a touchdown from Morrison, Frazier, Oviedo, Hicks, Hudson Hendricks, and now, well, Brooks Perez, and now Ivan Perez. So I think every touchdown's been scored by someone different.
Spreading the wealth out there is what they're doing. 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tivy Antlers. Once again, change of quarterback. Pass complete to Rose. Across the first down marker. That's enough to move the chains and give the Tivy Antlers a first down.
You know, Rose is only a junior.
Schuler, a sophomore.
Yeah, President
is a junior.
Yeah, he's a junior. So they got pieces in place for next year.
Absolutely. Schuler, pass once again. Rose across midfield into Boerne territory. Across the 45 down to around the 44-yard line before Hudson Bruce runs him out of bounds. Second and short. Second, call it about 1. The give, that'll be a first down and more across the 40, the 30. Touchdown saving tackle on Zavala. made by Robert Estes. That'll be a first down for Tivy.
Yeah, once he gets out to that second level, there's just nobody there, and it's a foot race. Good job by Estes saving that touchdown.
Once again, the give to Zavala. He gets across the 15 down to around the 14-yard line. Burkholder.
The Greyhounds trying to get some players in. Moving players in and out at this point of the game with such a big lead.
There's a man in motion to the bottom of your screen. Schuler, this time he'll be wrapped up and dropped for a loss. Pressure coming in the form of Cole Durham.
Yep. Cash Gatlin also applying some pressure.
You know, and hats off to that defensive secondary of Boerne for keeping those receivers tied up. Antler quarterbacks haven't wanted to throw in that direction. It's third down. Schuler pumps, looks in zone, pass in and out of the hands of Kalamako that time. So we're mentioning, good job from that Greyhound defensive secondary.
Well, look at the defender here, Perez. Look at him just kind of go up, get a hand on it, just enough to get in. See, that just kind of gets in the way, just enough to keep it from being a reception.
And that'll bring up a fourth down, and at this point, you go for it.
Yeah. At this point, the outcome isn't in question. It's just a matter of how do you play this out these last 9 minutes.
From the 20. Schuler looking in zone once again. Pass.
He caught it.
Caught. Kalamako comes up with it that time. Penalty marker down. I guess they were going to call interference.
Yeah, I think so.
But Kalamako comes up with the catch.
Well, it'll be obviously declined.
Second touchdown of the night for Kalamako. As Wiley Landrum comes on to try the extra point. 9:25 remaining in the ball game.
Is that his second or third?
Let me have a look-see. You're right, it is his third. You are correct.
Well, he's the president, man. President rules.
Get it right. Give him another one. He's the president. Why not? 9:25 remaining in the ball game. 49-21. The Boerne Greyhounds on top of the Tivy Antlers. Back with more in a moment, right here on the Greyhound Network. Already got one in the second, third. .25 remaining in the ball game this evening. Let's get another touchdown strike, actually his third of the evening to President Kalamako for the Tivy Antlers. And let's take a look at that scoring drive, if we may.
They go 7 plays, 65 yards, take a minute 44, and the commander-in-chief has a trifecta tonight.
There you go. His mom and dad must have known about what he would be by naming him president. That's very good. I have a cousin by the name of Stinkweed. I think my aunt and uncle knew what he was going to be, too. It's kind of sad. 49-21. Boerne on top. There's the kickoff. This one taken in by Frazier at about the 20-yard line. So Zachary Frazier, good hands on special teams. And they'll plant this at the 22. They'll give the Boerne Greyhounds possession, 1st and 10. Let's see if the Greyhounds continue. Looks like they may have another quarterback coming in the game. And I do believe that's the case?
That's Jackson Bays, I believe.
Yes, it is. Jackson Bays now in a quarterback for the Boerne Greyhounds. Handoff around the corner, picking up yardage at 25, down to around the 27-yard line. Goes Zachary Frazier. It's a nice pickup. More importantly, the clock continues to run with just over 9 minutes remaining in the football game this evening. It'll be second, call it about 5.
Well, you can call Jackson the backup quarterback, but he got him into the state finals 2 years ago as a sophomore. He was their starting quarterback as a sophomore. So I think with the Greyhounds, you have a 1A, 1B type quarterback because they're both pretty darn good.
That's always a nice situation to be in. So Bays should take him the remainder of the way. 2nd and 5. Bays the handoff. This time not much there. Is that swarming Tivy defense. Comes and stops Frazier. Aiden Irvin from his linebacker position making the stop, among others. So got some help from Sam Barber. And it'll be 3rd down. Give it a loss of 2, it'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, the Greyhounds, they'll still throw at this point, but I think it'll be short stuff. And you're just trying to get a 1st down so you can keep the
That's it, keep that drive alive.
Yeah, just trying to keep the clock running.
So 3rd and 7, Bays. Well, there's a handoff. Frazier trying to work his way to the 30. Not going to quite make it. De Leon over there along with Christian Terrazas to make the stop. That'll bring up a punting situation for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, so they weren't even trying to throw to get it. They were just going to see if they could get it on the run.
So it's 4th and 3 as Bush comes on to punt this thing away. Rose waits back at his own 25-yard line. The punt, this will roll out of bounds at about the Tivy 40, call it 48. That's where the Antlers will go back to work on offense. 1st and 10. So 7-11 remaining in this.
Just like the convenience store.
Yeah.
7-11.
Make it interesting. Let's see what happens. See who they're going with at quarterback right now. I believe this is Schuler, if I'm seeing a 4 out there. And it is. Pass. Overthrew his intended receiver, Kalamako, in Boerne territory at about the 45-yard line. Back defensively. That was Robert Estes, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Antlers.
Well, Antlers, though, on the other hand, saw Boerne just trying to run it. Antlers are going to throw a little bit, trying to get some more scores.
2nd down, handoff goes straight ahead. Across midfield and into Greyhound territory. The running back, Aiden Zavala. Burkholder, and on the stop, among others for that Boerne defense. Brings up a 3rd and 6 now.
And you're looking at 4-down territory here anyway.
Snap Schuler dropping back, looking downfield, unloads it, overthrows his intended receiver, Rose. It's back defensively, Bobby Jed Wilkinson there for Boerne. And as you were saying, 4-down territory, here comes 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 6 from the Boerne 46-yard line. Both teams with their full allotment of timeouts. Not that that's going to particularly matter at this point. Here it is, 4th and 6.
Oh,
Schuler.
Somebody moved.
Yep, and that's going to be on the Antlers. This will move it back.
Well, you mentioned these two teams, Kerrville Tivy, Boerne High, playoff teams. Alamo Heights won the district. It didn't even matter what they did tonight. And then the fourth-place team is Victoria West. And they were playing at Veterans Memorial.
Yeah.
And then tonight in the district is the Frontier Bowl, Cowboys and Indians.
That's right. Fourth down once again. Schuler dropping back, trying to step back up into the pocket. Looks to put it away, but he'll just throw up a wing and a prayer and overthrow his intended receiver, Carson Jones. Ball go over on downs to Boerne. 1st and 10. Yeah, Frontier Bowl. I tell you, so much celebration around that. I'm wondering if that has considerably maybe taken the place of what used to be the Chili Bowl in San Antonio.
Yeah, Lanier and Fox Tech. Yeah, I think that was definitely one of the older rivalries in the greater San Antonio area.
Certainly. But the pageantry that surrounds...
Yeah, it's a cultural event.
It really is.
On the south side, it's a cultural event. And they'll get 10,000 people for that game. Easy.
I covered it a couple of times in years past, and it's always an event. 1st and 10 Greyhounds from midfield.
Uh-oh.
This time ball's on the ground. Bays wisely falls back on it. Johnson touches him up at about the 40-yard line. It's going to be a loss of about 10.
Yeah, well, Kerrville, you see one of their linemen just shoot through there, Robert Johnson. Kerrville's just selling out to the run because they know that Boerne's not going to try to throw, and they're just trying to run and get out of here. So Kerrville's just selling out to try to stop the run. That time they got through, and big loss.
Well, 2nd down, 21 to go after that loss. Bays looking near side, pass complete. 85, Danilo Gonzalez hauls it in for Boerne.
We just got a score from that Frontier Bowl.
Yeah.
Say that again, Eric.
21-10 McCullum.
That's a little surprising to me.
Cowboys on top, yeah. But, I mean, you know, that's one of those games we were talking about.
It really doesn't matter the record.
You throw the record out the window. Yeah. Doesn't matter. You're playing for pride in that one.
It's like Texas OU, just, yeah.
Absolutely. 3rd and 17 for Boerne. Keep this drive alive. Bays dropping back, unloads. Bays in and out of the hands of a secondary man, that being number 21, Abel Richard.
Well, Abel's not able to make a one-handed grab. Look, he tried to get with his left hand, watch, and just not able to get it.
That was
it.
In. Maybe some good defense by the receiver Eli Serp there for the Boerne Greyhounds. And it'll bring up a punting situation. Sty Bush comes on to punt this away. And does so.
That's a good one.
Rose gives chase. They're going to down this at the 1-yard line.
What a punt.
Wow. Great special teams play. Good heads-up play that time by Jake Bettis to down that Ty Bush punt at the Tivy 1. That's where the Antlers will take over on offense, 1st and 10.
Here's the punt. Just angles it perfectly. That's ends up being a 55-yard punt. The return man just lets it go, and I mean it's inside the one. Yeah. It's about the half-yard
line. Yeah. 4:39 remains in this one this evening in a game that's been all Boerne from the get-go.
Well, you got to be careful if you're Tivy here because a bad snap, anything could really cost you here.
It's time correction. That Schuler back in a quarterback. Long pass complete. Who else but Calamaco to come up with that? Drew Coronado back defensively for Boerne. They're discussing something.
Well, there's a flag in the end zone, but let's see. Personal foul, late hit. So they're going to add it on to the
end of the reception.
Yeah, this is going to be a 55-yard play. From
the half-yard line.
Well, that's one way to get out of your own end zone.
I tell you.
Hit a 40-yarder and then get 15 yards on top of that.
Put you into Greyhound territory, the Greyhound 45.
See what they call. Yeah, they just called a late hit there.
Schuler quick out, pass complete. It's Calamaco. He's still on his feet. Finally wrapped up and taken down. Coronado in on that, as well as Peyton Johnson coming over to finish things off.
Yep, just a couple of nice moves by Calamaco after the catch rather, on the run.
That'll move the chains and give Tivy a first down from the Boerne 30. Snap, Schuler.
Whoa.
This one incomplete. Pass intended for Evan Batts. It'll be second down.
Well, I think it's a landslide. I think the president's their best receiver.
He has had some very showcase catches this evening. Not to mention 3 touchdowns, but I'll just go ahead and mention it.
Yeah, let's mention it.
My God, second down. Schuler looking in the direction of Diego Benavides. Overthrew him that time. It'll be third down for the Tivy Antlers.
Well, they may score on this drive, and they're just trying to, just pad a few stats here. But whether they score or not, this was a dominant performance by the Greyhounds in a rivalry game.
Absolutely, on the offensive and defensive end of the football, and on special teams as well. A well-played game. Screen this time. Zavala with a reception. He'll be stopped shy of the first down as they mark this. Should mark this, mark this at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, Greyhounds.
Or correction, no, the 20.
Yeah, it'll be fourth down, though.
Yeah, it'll be fourth down. No, this is marked at the 24. They got to get to just inside the 20 for a first. Schuler. The snap, Schuler. Pass complete. Rose at the 15-yard line. That keeps the drive alive for the Antlers. Chains move, and that'll be a first down.
Just waiting for Rose to get open. Almost slips that. If he slips that tackle by Matthew Levino, he scores.
Schuler looking right side, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Evan Batts, at the 10-yard line. So that'll bring up second down.
I think Batts just trying to run before he could secure the catch.
Looking upfield before he had the football in that instance.
Had an injury is the situation, I believe.
Ball's at the 15-yard line. So it's 2nd and 10, Tivy. Line of scrimmage the 15. Schuler, quick out, pass complete. This is Zavala. Pick up a couple to about the 12. That'll bring up a third down, but of course the clock stops.
I think I'm going to say his forward. I think his forward progress was stopped.
Okay, so they're keeping the clock rolling now with 2:17 remaining in tonight's ball game.
He should have gotten out of bounds to try to save a little bit of clock there, but sometimes, like I said, your momentum doesn't allow you to make that stop.
Third down, Schuler looking end zone.
Whew.
Overthrew his intended target, Rose. Was in the vicinity. Actually, Ryan Hooper could have cut over and made the interception, but it's fourth down.
Yeah, almost intercepted that time. But that was a bullet, so that would have been tough to pick and catch either way.
So here it is, fourth down, Schuler looking end zone, trying to buy time, puts the ball away, just unloads a prayer, nothing doing there. Pass incomplete as it was in the direction of Rose. and number 10, Noah Barganler. Or Barganier. Apologies.
Well, that was a good job by the defense there. The secondary just not – the quarterback had some time. You know, Schuler has some time. He gets a little bit of pressure at the end. He kind of has to throw it after that last bit of pressure, but –
again, hats off to that defensive secondary. They've let a couple of Calamaco receptions get into the end zone and a couple of very impressive Rose catches this evening. But for the most part, they played a very solid game keeping the Tivy quarterbacks always trying to find somebody to throw to. First down. To give that time, that's 14, Zach Frazier. We'll get the ball up across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. Mark it at the 17. It'll be 2nd and 5. More importantly, that clock continues to run.
Yeah, they're just going to take their time, bleed it. I don't think they can take a knee quite yet, but maybe close to it.
So if things hold up the way they have been, and we have no reason to believe they won't, Greyhounds are going to finish 2nd in district, and we'll have a home game this coming Thursday in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, maybe Thursday, Friday, not sure.
Here's the give. Frazier once again. Rolling out the 21-yard line is his pickup. For the stop made there. Rylan Robinette in on the stop.
Now they could, if they want, take a knee if they want.
They'll move the chain. That was a big first down just to keep things moving, and that is the situation. This will run out. So I guess we will keep you posted here on playoff developments for the Boerne Greyhounds. Of course, you can always check in the Boerne Star newspaper. As Kerry Barbosa will let you know as soon as he finds something out. Get your copy and post it.
A
little
bit unnecessarily. It's just taking a knee. You don't need to charge in there. And a couple of the players had something to say, and then said, "Look at the scoreboard."
Yeah, that's it. As the Greyhound faithful begin to get up and head to the exits, as the 2024 season is in the books. And our final score is the Boerne Greyhounds 49, the Tivy Antlers 21 from Boerne ISD Stadium. And from all of us here on the Greyhound Network and at WIC Productions, my broadcast partner, Kerry Barbosa, sports editor of the Boerne Star newspaper. Once again, get your copy. Keep up to date with all things Boerne sports. I'm Roland J. Reese. Thank you for joining us. Till next time, so long, everybody.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Ooh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
Every day, we come to school to learn, grow, and have fun. But safety is always our top priority. Whether it's bullying, mental health, suicide, or dangerous behavior, if you see something, say something. Sometimes we might notice something unusual or concerning. It's important to know that if you see something, you should say something, either in person or anonymously, using our QR code. If you notice someone being bullied, struggling with mental health, talking about suicide, or engaging in dangerous behavior, it's important to speak up.
Remember, if you see something,
Say something.
Hey friends, I want to tell you about the Empowered Partner Program. It's a special program where local businesses and organizations promise to help us if we ever feel unsafe or need support. If you're in a tough spot, you can look for places with an Empowered Partner sticker on their door or window. It's great to know there are always safe places where we can go and get the help we need. Remember, you are not alone. There's always someone ready to support you in our community.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Ooh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Dear parents and fans,
on the court or on the field,
it gets very intense.
And at the end of the game, we remain humble in victory and gracious in defeat.
We need you to help us in respecting sportsmanship in competition.
please do not engage in disrespectful conduct,
including verbal abuse to opponents, officials, and coaches. Whether in social media or in the stands,
please remember the value and purpose of educational-based athletics.
On behalf of Boerne ISD Athletics,
we ask everyone to assist us in benching bad behavior
and support the Texas Way campaign that promotes good sportsmanship.
Your behavior has an impact.
Eyes and ears of students are watching and learning from you.
Thank you for supporting Boerne ISD Athletics.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
My name is Michael Smith, and I handle the hiring and development for Boerne.
Hi, I'm Samantha Morganroth. I'm the program coordinator here at Dust Greenhouse.
I'm Heather Boyette. I am the marketing manager at Synergy.
When we're thinking about hiring Boerne ISD students, we really look at their work ethic. We look at how they show up, their references, their impact in the community. Are they involved? What is it they're trying to do?
First and foremost, relevant educational experience and any certifications in certain areas. Also, their willingness to learn, their work ethic, and not being afraid to ask questions.
We look for attributes such as communication, professionalism. One thing in particular that stands out to me is if somebody understands the career path that they would like to go through, having that vision and understanding brings commitment.
The biggest thing we look for when we're looking at employers is someone who has critical thinking and problem-solving skills. You have to have that in every industry you're in, and so, someone who can take a challenge and be creative about the way they solve it, and then use the resources around them. So use the people you know, the connections you have, your experiences, and just find a way to solve a problem.
I think from the marketing perspective, having any Adobe experience, Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, that sort of thing, and then having Microsoft Office knowledge or experience. On the engineering side, more so AutoCAD and then even Python.
So with a student, we would be looking for something that shows above and beyond, right? So any type of volunteer work, athletics, any type of engagement with the local community, that's something that not everybody does, and it can stand one individual out in comparison to other peers.
I would encourage Boerne ISD students to really get involved and to see what's out there in the workforce area of Boerne, Texas. There's a lot of jobs that you don't see just driving down the road. You have to go in and ask and say, hey, how does this work? So I'd encourage Boerne ISD students to get curious, find out where the work they want to do is happening, and go pursue it.
I think the students that have come to us have been exceptional. They've been smart and they've been on time.
I think the BISD students are great candidates. I mean, we have such a great community, affluent demographics in particular. That's tough to narrow down the really areas of opportunity, but I will say that the number one thing that I see in our business is the need for trades.
And then we also really look for people who are just really about getting involved. So whether it's with a sport or a church or a club or an organization or volunteer work, just people who are all about getting involved, and not just getting involved in every organization that you can, but really committing to a couple that are really important to you, finding ways to take on leadership roles, and that just really kind of shows that you're ready to invest in an experience.
I'm Hank Hendricks.
I'm Hudson Hendricks.
I'm Braden Bays, and I'm a class of 2025.
I'm Ben Bays, class of 2026.
We love football growing up. We've been around it our whole life. And yeah, we played together, we played against each other, whatever we could do to compete.
We were always our number one competitors. It was always me versus him. He was the one I was trying to beat, always.
For sure.
When I'm on the field, he's always on the sideline. He's yelling my name, hyping me up, and it just gives me energy, gets me feeling confident, and that means a lot to me. So.
Yeah, right now I'm injured, so when I'm just on the sideline, I'm just trying to bring energy to him, and then hoping that I get back on the field. That it'd just be really cool, like to experience us. Like I feel like we have the chemistry and the bonding. It's just really cool, like be on the same field as each other, like in practices and stuff. Like it's really fun.
Yeah, it's super special. We like to do everything together, so getting to play football with each other is just icing on the cake. Knowing he's by my side when we go to war is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, same thing. The car rides up here in morning practice. When you don't want to wake up, when you don't want to get the energy going, you just know the guy next to you is going through the same thing. So don't feel sorry for yourself and be a true leader. It's nice to have him on the team because we've known each other for a long time, and I can mess around with him and slap him on the back of the helmet and play around with him, block him, pancake him, all that, all the above. So.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I think it's huge because we have like that chemistry that you have to build by living together for so long, and that comes with pros and cons. But we're so close with each other, we kind of know what we're thinking on the field, and ultimately it just benefits us, and it's a huge impact on our team having two brothers, because I feel like we can set an example of how brothers treat each other. You guys.
That's that guy right there. It doesn't look like it, but that's him.
He may look like he eats a bunch of food. I agree with him.
I eat a lot.
We eat tons of food.
We eat a lot. But it's probably definitely him. Like last night, I ate 2 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. He had to up me by 1. He ate 3 Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
What can I say?
Yeah, so.
I'm a hungry boy. What can I say?
He does.
I eat the most.
That's him. Him again. No, that's me. I got better grades than he does.
Oh, that's an obvious one. This guy is not locked in.
Yes, I am.
He has room for improvement for sure.
He does.
Oh, that's definitely me. He's on PC.
Oh my God! Don't even lie. Don't even lie to them. Oh my goodness.
He's actually capping.
Oh my goodness.
He does PC.
We 1v1. He got 10-0'd. I swear.
Anthony Garrison, what was your favorite highlight from the game?
I would have to say probably the trick play we ran where I'm pulling around the edge and I'm supposed to throw it to Ben. If he's covered and I run it in, and I was wide open, so I ran the ball in for a touchdown.
Ty Bush, is there anyone you would like to shout out?
My dad, Coach Bush. He's the GOAT.
Hank Hendricks, what does it mean to be QB1?
It means the world. I've been dreaming about this since I was little, so it's really cool playing with my dad, playing with my brother, and leading the offense.
Jackson Bates, who is your role model?
I got several in my life, but my main one I have to go with probably Cohen Wolf. He was just somebody I really looked up to. He was a great guy. He really loved pineapples, and so I just love that guy. He's really helped me to become the man I am today. So thank you, Cohen Wolf.
Logan Pritchard, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
What would you say is your favorite part about Boerne Athletics?
I like when we're good because it's good to be a part of a good team, and then especially when the offense is clicking and we move the ball, it gets really easy, and I can get pancakes with Boerne and Schramm, and I also like it when we can double team really well.
Walker Hill, what motivates you the most?
What motivates me the most is the fact that this is probably my last year playing football, or it is, and just trying to get out there every day and soak it up as much as I can, because we don't have much time to enjoy this kind of experience every night, or these 4 years of your life ever again. So being able to get out there and just show it all and try to be the best you can is what motivates me, because I just know there's not much left for me, unfortunately. But I enjoy it while I can.
You taught me to embrace my uniqueness and celebrate what makes me me.
Have someone in your back of your mind that cares about you.
You were a leader and you touched the hearts of so many students like me.
Your positivity has made a difference in my school life. Thank you for what you do.
I will think back to all the memories I had in your class, and I'm going to miss you all the more.
The kids are what got me here and what keep me here every day. And
I've been so blessed over the years to teach so many good kids.
The family camaraderie that a lot of my colleagues have taught my children. I've taught many of their children, and it just feels like a big family.
A mí me encanta trabajar aquí por los estudiantes y también por los maestros.
And I love working here because I have amazing students and amazing colleagues.
Became great friends with his classmates and his castmates. It was awesome. Oh, hey, Linky.
I got asked to write a letter for a teacher.
So, life changed, and he even asked me this year for more. Oh my goodness, Morgan! Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
What are we doing?
I have something to tell you, actually.
Hi. Hi! What are you doing?
I have a letter to read you. And I brought these for you because you've been such an impactful teacher in my life.
Knowledge from calculus that I provide. So yes, those are really cool moments where they start to see how things fit together and things make a little more sense.
There we go.
Okay.
Mr. Mertz, so wrote this for you.
It feels like ages since we shared a laugh. As I sit down to write this, I can't help but be washed over with nostalgia, reminiscing about the days when the classroom was the ultimate hub of excitement and inspiration.
You continue to inspire me. Your generosity and selflessness have shaped me into the girl that I am today.
As far as like my high school journey went, theater was probably the one big thing that taught me like the most about life.
Senior year is made up of all kinds of memories, both good and bad. However, when I look back at all the memories I made in your class, there's not one that doesn't put a smile on my face.
Thank you, Ms. Bailly, for your influence starting with elementary school through middle school. Your positivity has made a difference in my school life. Thank you for what you do.
I want to thank you from the depths of my heart for being more than just a teacher, a mentor, a muse, and a guiding light.
Love you. I appreciate your intentionality and guidance for me and all of your students. I will forever admire you in the way that you live your life. I love you, Addison.
What's most important is how you treat people, and that's really the only thing that matters, which is also good because that's the only thing that you can control. So, thank you.
Gracias para que tú haciendo.
Gracias por lo que haces, o gracias por lo que has hecho. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Mr. Mertz, for making my senior year just that much more special. As my year comes to an end, I already feel myself starting to miss you. Sincerely, Charlie DeJealous.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, buddy.
This month's Core Values and Action student recipient is Lorelei Michaelet from Cibolo Creek Elementary. She is 10 years old and one of our outstanding fifth graders. Lorelei is committed to her school as well as her community. She participates in recreational and competitive dance outside of school for about 9 hours each week. She performs at many of the Boerne community events, such as Dickens on Main, and many events at Ammon Square. Lorelei volunteers to help at the school on various occasions, like helping to set up the school book fair. Lorelei is on our morning K-Cub news crew, as well as our Cub Choir, and participates in Run Club. Her teachers have said that Lorelei is a very hard worker and goes above and beyond to help in any way that she can. She is always willing to help her peers and genuinely looks out for others. She is reliable and always does the right thing. At the age of 10, the amount of integrity she shows daily is beyond measure. Lorelei is a true example of the core values that we look for in Boerne ISD, and this is why she is the Core Values in Action October student recipient.
All right, welcome back. Wanted to give you a heads up that the Boerne Greyhound Band is going to be playing here in about a couple minutes. So if you want to stick around and listen to some great music, the Boerne Band's coming up.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Oh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Coming up next on the Boerne Beat, a teacher earns Hall of Fame honors. Students pitch their ideas at the Incubator EDU Expo and a sports roundup. That's all next on the Boerne Beat.
Hi, I'm Kathy Cornett, principal at Voss Middle School. Thank you for watching the Boerne Beat.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Boerne Beat, sponsored by Day One Bags. Here are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. A teacher earns a Hall of Fame honors. Congratulations to champion coach Jenny Brewer for earning Teacher of Excellence Award from the Texas Business Hall of Fame. Coach Brewer heads the Business Incubator and Entrepreneur program here in Boerne ISD. Coach Brewer will receive the award next week in Dallas. Speaking of entrepreneurs, Boerne High School and Champion High School's student entrepreneurs pitched their business ideas at the 5th Annual Incubator EDU Expo on Wednesday.
They're all pitching their elevator pitches. So their first 30-second pitch, what is it that we're doing in preparation for their big annual event, just like Boerne ISD's big annual event in April, to where they'll pitch for prize money and then to go on to state for business pitching.
The judging included some of the Boerne's top business leaders, including a former graduate from Boerne High School.
The community, I can tell, is going to benefit greatly from this. These opportunities, if I had them, I certainly would have gone after them. I think that it could have led me in a different path. Who knows? But obviously, I think the path I'm on is pretty great. But these kids, they're going to have amazing opportunities, and this is an example of that.
Over 200 students from 6 surrounding ISDs participated in the expo held at the Bevy Hotel in Boerne. The champion girls team was one of the finalists. And now for the sports roundup. Congratulations to Boerne champions Elizabeth Leachman for winning her 5th 5A state title in cross country last Saturday in Round Rock. Also, a shout out to Boerne High School boys cross country claiming a silver medal in the 5A state meet. Those are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. And a quick program note, tune in to this month's Boerne Insider podcast as Dr. Kraft and Chief Goodrich talk about the safety and security measures in Boerne ISD. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Ooh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Buddy deal? What's your favorite color?
And I'm Cannon. Merry Christmas, guys. It's finally Christmas. We got multiple complaints lately that we're mostly in the same spot for our desk, and we thought, let's change it up a bit. Past weekend, our cross-country team competed in the state meet and got placed second place for our Greyhounds. Great job, boys.
You sound like a robot.
No, say it again.
No, let's keep that part in. Our Greyhound football team went up against San Antonio Nicola this last week and beat the Cowboys in a shutout game 50-0, which brings us to 6-3 for the year and 4-1 in district play. Go Hounds.
Our swim team competed last Friday and Saturday with 5A and 6A schools, and they did pretty well with one of our sophomore girls, Lauren Summers, getting a new school record for the 100 breast. Congrats, Lauren. The swim team's also competing this Friday at Alamo Heights against Champion High School and Alamo Heights High School, where our swim team members will just keep swimming. Poetry stuff right there.
It's a Finding Dory and Finding Nemo reference.
Heck yeah, it is.
Our Boerne High School volleyball team hosted New Braunfels High School this past week and came out with a 5-set victory. They have now ended their season 22-14. Good job, Hounds.
Now let's head over to Gavin and Riley for Teacher of the Week.
Welcome back. This week's Teacher of the Week is
Mr. Jeffcoat.
Here is your award.
What would you like to say to the people of Boerne High School?
Thank you for your support, and yeah, thank you for your support.
Of course, and go vote for next week.
Yes. Vote next week.
It's right here. So just point right there.
Right there. There.
Awesome.
Now let's head over to Kate and Olivia.
Ansley, what's your biggest regret in life so far?
Probably when I did some bad things and then my mom went through my phone. I got grounded for a month and a half.
All right, folks, as promised, we have the Boerne Mighty Greyhound Band performing.
Before we get started,
Enjoy.
I apologize if this is pretty ear-piercing, but we wanted to, of course, dedicate this to all the parents and volunteers that have sacrificed a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that things like this production and the audio and the props and everything are as great as they look and sound. Mr. Waterhouse for building the center prop that Cadence is standing on there very bravely. And of course all the parents, including Mr. Brock Clearly for leading all the props and everything, and of course all the parents who have done anything. Pushing a prop, especially at AT&T, was no small feat, and they were fantastic doing those things. So thank you so much to all of you, and we want to dedicate this performance to you because you've not yet been able to see it up there. So I'm looking forward to you guys seeing the fruits of your labor. And of course, I wanted to thank Ms. Hannah, Mr. McWhorter, for doing everything that they do with percussion and guard and making their experiences great. And then I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Miranda and Mr. Rickman for being there and helping push us along, especially Mr. Miranda because he worked his tail off. He even was writing some drill, doing all the choreography, doing the brass stuff. He was working triple duty, and he is nothing short of amazing to watch whenever doing all these things, and I would be lost without him. So, man, you should be very thankful for Mr. Miranda and everything he does there. And of course, thank you to all the administration and Mr. Peach, Mr. Wilson for always being super supportive. So, without further ado, this is your Mighty Greyhound Band's 2024 production, Neon Hearts. If you hear me say yeah, last time.